The following presentation is rated R.
This is Steve-O from Pragmatic.
This is Tiffany.
Hey, this is Quinn.
I use Nair on my scrotum.
That was Scott, and this is Jim from Pragmatic. We're listening to PBRN Radio Network.
Cause we started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team fucking here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here.
I'm tired. On the ear, my ass. Fuck you in your ear.
I'm good. What's up, Danny?
Damn.
Ain't nobody joking, Ken. This isn't a fucking joking fucking matter. It's not a joke.
It is cheating.
It's not a fucking joke.
Bring your fucking ratings, right?
Whatever. Ratings to what?
Yeah.
Ratings to what?
That's what you care about.
That's what I care about?
Yeah. That was a
Okay.
good show, right?
I'm not even going to put this on the air because it ain't even worth it.
Jazz AJ Mornings.
But right now, it's time for
The Courtney Honda Jazz and AJ Dumbass.
We couldn't run an ad that said no Portuguese, but, no Portuguese.
Now tuned into the motherfucking greatest.
The following show is not rated R. If you're under 18, you shouldn't be listening to it. Go get a parent so you can listen to it. Who cares? You're going to listen to it anyways.
You're not listening to the Peter Pino Radio Network.
The Round Table with Penny.
Before hump day, it's Camel Toe Tuesday. Hey, boys, let's go find a camel toe on Tuesday. Hey, baby, go hide a camel toe on Tuesday. Hey, boys, let's go find some camel toe on Tuesday.
The Round Table with Penny.
Hey, baby, don't you hide a camel toe on Tuesday.
The Round Table with Penny. The Round Table with Penny.
Camel toe on Tuesday. Before Wednesday. Tuesday. Camel toe show. Hey, girl, don't you hide that camel toe.
The Round Table with Penny. The Round Table with Penny.
Before hump day, it's camel toe show. Hey, girl, don't you hide that camel toe on Tuesday. Hey, boys, let's go find
The Round Table with Penny. The Round Table with Penny.
Hey, baby, don't you hide that camel toe on Tuesday. Hey, boys, let's go find some camel toe Tuesday. Camel toe show.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. You're listening to Peter Pinho, and you're lucky.
I love the Henry Winkler.
4 minutes and 26-second intro.
Where you find this guy? Scotland Yard?
It's too fucking long, still.
I haven't heard that from anybody. Right, Candace?
Hi.
He said it was too long. I said, I never heard that from anybody.
No, you never heard that, Peter.
No, not even close. Not even
Maybe.
close.
Oh my God, they make it so small. That's so cute.
Look,
Okay.
it's a little Fisher Price pee-pee. Look.
Oh, it's a mini pee.
It looks like the little thing you pull with the string.
It looks like baby carrots.
Oh, it's a baby carrot.
Aww.
How cute. I got a nice little rose on my microphone stand. Thank you, honey.
Look at the beautiful cheese and crackers that
Cheese and
Candace
crackers.
put out. Oh.
Candace, I was just saying to Lynn, Candace is our hostess with the mostest.
She
Candace.
is.
She takes care of us.
You know, she wakes up on Tuesday all fucking manic depressed out or whatever.
Stressed the fuck out.
What am I going to do? Cheese and crackers.
She's not cunty until Wednesday.
I got to deal with
This is like the other side of Candace, the nice side. And then Wednesday it gets
Okay,
bad.
we're not going to call her fat this week, right, Mark?
I'm always nice until you.
I'm not going to be here Wednesday, so I can promise that won't happen.
I'm always
I may
nice
text
until
it
you
in.
piss me off.
Why don't you burn in hell?
So you're going to be doing your play tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Donkey.
Nice. So is this the first the first night of the show?
No. It's our full first full run.
Ah, okay.
Coming up soon, the show.
Yeah,
Nice.
August 14th, 17th. I'll be in a donkey suit.
So they can't do private showings for a bunch of fucking scallywags like us?
That sounds really bad as I'm in a donkey. So you want a private donkey show?
I want a private donkey show.
So before we get to who's here tonight, which is Jimmy Bell, let's have a nice round of applause for Jimmy.
Yes, Jimmy's in the
you.
house. That's awesome. Yes.
Louder. Thank you.
Yes.
But we got to do our plugs because last week we missed them. So.
Totally ignored all the plugs.
Is that for me or Don?
Who did? Did you fucking write that with your toes?
Is that for me or Don?
What the fuck is that?
I'm writing it. Watch.
Is that for
Holy
me or Don?
I'm
fuck
gonna
me.
pass one to everyone.
Oh. Fuck.
Mine's
get a
gonna be
note?
like-
I
mine's
thought I
gonna-
was.
Mine's going to say,
Is this
nigger,
for
get
me?
out.
I thought mine was special.
It is.
Here.
Mine
Does
says
it say I
leave.
love you?
Danny, can you throw
Don,
this?
does it say I love you?
Yes.
It's not so fucking special.
Danny, can you throw this in the ground?
My boredom doodling.
Candace is like,
Uh-oh.
here,
Is that-
you throw this away.
Is that Peter's phone?
Who is it?
Yeah. Gotcha. Get it off the radio.
Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
Hello.
Hola.
This sounds like an Oliver brother.
Hey,
Who's this?
this is Roy Oliver.
Oh, God. Oh, here we go.
We haven't even started yet.
I know. Here we go.
What's up?
I'm just calling to say what's happening, and I wanted to get on the radio.
Oh, we love you, Roy. What's going on, brother?
Nothing, just checking in. I know my boy Jimmy Bell's going to be there.
I know you got to handle a jack in your fucking hand
We
right
heard you
now.
guys talking about small
We need
penises
him
earlier.
to come so that we can drink some more.
Oh, yeah, that's
Are
what...
you guys down at the downtown cafe?
No, we're at the studio. Why? You going to come by?
You know what, man? I just shot like a 72 for 9 holes, and I've been drinking tequila.
Yeah, I was getting a little
all day.
nervous. He sounded white. He's like, I just shot a whole bunch of black people.
Hey, Roy, on Sunday, you guys did a great job. I think my girlfriend's got a new man crush.
Oh,
You
God.
guys did amazing. Amazing.
Another man crush.
He looked tired as hell. Roy, you looked real tired Sunday.
Really?
Yeah, I got
Well, it's
it.
all the fucking drinking he does.
No, it was
Not
so
getting
hot
any
out.
younger.
Yeah.
Not getting any younger.
He made a comment to Jersey Joe, which was classic. He said, "You know what? Next fucking party you have, make sure it's a Christmas party." It was like 100,000 degrees out. You guys rocked it. You killed it, along with Jimmy, man.
The MVP of that gig is Jimmy Bell. Come on.
He you know what? I watch him every time I see you guys play. I watch him. He does it with like no
effort.
Yeah, it's like he's a bobblehead doll. He just does it like he just does it. You know what I mean? And I'll tell you what, after your last Love Gun concert, I got a man crush too, Roy.
Oh, boy.
I saw you in that outfit.
Oh, no. You saw his ass in spandex?
His chesticles were so pretty.
Oh, my God. I love the Love Gun thing.
I do.
Yeah.
That was friggin' amazing.
So he must be hanging camel toe in that spandex.
No, he was telling us the spandex is so loose.
Oh,
Right?
really?
What did he tell us?
Yes, he was saying the spandex is loose on
Oh.
him. He's the only one.
Oh, no kidding, huh?
That was the black guy laughing.
Hey, you guys still have the same sound bites as the last time I was on there?
Of course we do.
I'm
Of
here.
course.
I'm here, man.
What do you want to hear?
Obama.
Oh, God. Are you kidding me?
We're savages.
Yeah, we'll bring Obama back in just for you, Roy.
You got it, Danny?
I got
Oh,
it.
yeah. Danny's on top of it.
He's on top of it like you wish you were on Candace right now.
So, oh, God. Don't get me going. I got a little I love you fucking post-it right in front of me. So Roy, do you got?
I
Any,
have two.
Do you have any fucked up, any weird ass story that you and Jimmy that you can throw out about Jimmy or anything?
Wait, hang on. Before you say that, hold on, Roy. Listen.
But it might help if you stopped eating all them fries you eat, making you look 6 months pregnant.
Black folks are savages, and any contact with them breeds infection. Maybe they're looking at that big butt of yours.
We score some high-profile guests on this show.
Maybe we could afford to give the badass nigger pose a rest.
Listen, guys. I just want to say one thing. I had a great rock and roll band, but when Jimmy Bell joined the band, he took us to the next level, and that guy is the fucking greatest guitar player around.
Oh yeah, give it up. That's awesome.
Louder. Keep it going.
Now, if you can get him to quit the other 15,000 gigs, you might have him all the time.
You might have a shot.
I want to join the Love Gun thing, but I'm not shaving my goatee, though. I'm going to be Ace Frehley with a goatee.
It must take them guys fucking 3 hours just to put that makeup on.
Oh my God, I know.
Chad was killing me, though. His makeup sweated off of him quicker than anybody's.
I was watching it.
Did you see the drumstick get caught in the wig?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, that was fucking beautiful.
But I'll tell you what, I felt like I was at a Kiss concert.
I've never seen it before, and I had a bunch of people tell me that they used to do it a long time ago, and when I found out that they were playing, I said, I have to go check this out just to see. And I was so blown away with it. I don't know if it's just because they were in the real costumes. I mean, obviously they spent a lot of money on the costume. It's not like a kid's Halloween costume. I mean, it's the real deal, and they look so much like it. And I got to say, Roy really nails Kiss stuff really good. I didn't think
he does the facial features too.
Yeah, he does the faggot Paul Stanley thing. Roy does a good fag. It's good.
Hey, Roy, we should get an apartment together. Oh!
I signed the lease.
I'll tell you what, though. Shamrock should be kissing your guys' feet, because every time you guys play there, would you or anybody, you guys kill that place.
Yeah, man. I was just thinking about Kiss. The funniest thing about them, man, like they totally are the textbook example of literally painting yourself into a corner. They tried to tour without the makeup and stuff. No one went. And it's like, now that they've done the makeup and that act, they cannot ever drop it. They can't go back. It's like once you do that, there's no
pun intended.
Well, you know what the problem.
Once you go black makeup, you never go back.
The big problem with Kiss is just that, and it's not a hidden secret. I mean, it's just that their songs weren't like the greatest musical songs
Terrible.
ever. What it is that. Gene Simmons, had this great idea, let's come out looking like, creatures, and that's what brought Kiss above everybody else. It was the whole stage thing. And so it just goes to show, you see, that's how I felt kind of like when I went and saw Roy's band do it, because, I play with those guys in Bottoms Up all the time, and, I just see them as normal people. And then when I walked into the office and saw, Luis in the Gene Simmons outfit, he was at least 10 feet tall. The boots were like this, and I saw Roy and Chad. I was going, wow, this is like I'm hanging in the back room with the guys from Kiss.
Now, justify normal, because if you've ever seen Chad's face on the drums,
he plays like he's in pain.
He's like he wants to kill somebody.
Yeah, he looks like he's in pain when he's.
And Roy looks like he's in he's trying out for the next $6 Million Man movie. He's like all slow and stuff, and he's rock and roll.
Roy's got it going on a lot of things. I told him the other day. I said, Roy, the Van Halen stuff's the worst stuff that you do. You sing AC/DC, Ozzy, Kiss. Everything better than that. I says, it's
he
just
did
amazing.
the Doors pretty good Sunday. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he does. I mean, it's just so funny because he has all these, different things that he could do really well. So it's really. I tell you what, I have a ball play with him.
The best part about the Van Halen gig is that all you got to do is get drunk and pretend you got a big dick, and I'm good at that.
I just want beer.
Can I be on the band?
When you have to pretend you have a big dick?
Roy got in touch with me a long time ago. And I was when I was married, I was living down in Southbury for a while, and he had called me, and he wanted me to join the band. He asked me quite a few times before I actually came about. I don't know how many times did you actually call me, and then I finally said, yeah, let's give it a try. And look, his thing was, look, I have 1 million friends that come out and see the band, and you're going to make a ton of money. And I just said, okay, That's it.
You had to have money.
I think the last straw was when he woke up that morning and I was on your front lawn in my sleeping bag, like, please join my band.
Came to my house naked. Come on, Jimmy.
Stalker.
How long before you knew him when did he do that line on you? Let's get an apartment.
It was right away. It was the first day. It was during rehearsal.
A lot of my material is from Tinkerman.
I'll tell you what. When we first met the Oliver brothers, they walked in and you wouldn't even recognize them. They walked in so
timid as fuck.
And so not to make fun of you, Roy, but they were like, "What are we doing here?"
Yeah.
And they were talking to Don in the background, like,
Yeah.
"What can we say? What can we do?" And Don just like, "Listen, relax. Go get a drink. You can
Or
say
12.
just say do whatever you want, and it's going to be okay."
I-
as soon as he said that, dude, they had what their first shot.
Dude, all
it
done.
turned into a bottle.
Oh, it was ridiculous.
It was like an 8-hour show packed in 3 hours with
yeah.
these guys. It
It was
was
awesome.
insane.
They killed it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure they
It was
did.
it, yeah.
Roy's got a great personality. He would make a great radio.
Oh, he
We
absolutely.
laughed
Sure.
so much.
Yeah.
Like, my face hurt after that. We were just
Yeah.
laughing so
Absolutely.
hard.
I feel like part of the family because every time I see Chad, he puts his tongue down my throat.
Yeah, man.
very good, fat man.
We were talking about that, Roy. I don't know what it is about you and the kissing thing, you and your brother. I don't know. I know it's an Italian thing, and I'm Italian too. So I mean, I get it. But your brother goes over the edge, man. He really does.
I get it, but I don't get it.
And listen, Roy,
That's better than sex.
I'm okay with it, Roy. Just next time, give me a reach around. And do me a favor. Next time you're on stage and I'm looking at you like a fucking 13-year-old at a One Direction concert, at least wave back to me. I'm at the Shamrock going, "Hey!" I know people look at me like, "What's wrong with this fucking retard?" I'm just trying to get their attention. You passing out watermelon?
Listen, guys.
Pass the pineapple.
Pineapple,
I
you
wanna
asshole.
What's up, man?
Listen, I want to say thanks for taking my call. God bless Jimmy Bell. He is the greatest rock and roll guitar player around. There's none better.
Amen.
Roy, thank you so much,
deserves
and thank you for giving me. I got to tell you one thing real quick. Is I hadn't been with these guys all that long, just a little bit. I have people that I've known all my life, but when I got when I found out that I had prostate cancer and stuff like that, they threw a benefit time in, the musicians and everything that played that day were just the people that donated their time and everything was fabulous.
I know. I didn't get to I didn't get to go to that show.
I know.
But I seen the what came out of it. The pictures and some of the audio and stuff. Man, you guys had
Some
a
great.
ripping
I'll tell you
time.
what. I had some great jams with some
Yeah.
really good. I mean, the one with playing with Eddie Seville, playing with
Amazing.
Aaron Troy Danner, and Cross-Eyed Cat and everything. I had there was some really good moments that day.
That's
and it's
awesome.
all caught. I mean, somebody taped the whole thing, so it's all caught there. So that was
Nice.
great.
That's awesome, man.
Is Roy still there?
No,
He's gone.
Yeah, guys.
he is.
I'm going to roll. Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you,
I
Roy.
look forward to many gigs together. Peter, God bless your radio show. God bless you guys, and much love.
Thank you, Roy.
Thank you,
Hey,
Roy, man.
hey, Roy, you want to plug anything before you go, buddy? Any shows or anything?
Please say you and me get an apartment together.
All right, buddy. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for calling in, buddy.
Yeah, I watch a show called. That sounds like the name of a 80s sitcom. What do you say we get an apartment together? Don't you agree that sounds like the name of a sitcom?
That'd be
What do you
beautiful.
say we get an apartment together?
I need to plug a show. You
It's gonna
guys
be
got
me
to
and
do
you,
this for me.
Zenas.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, we're gonna
No,
plug-
I mean, I got to do. I want to do it.
Right
I'm
now?
playing. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm playing Shamrocks. It was kind of Friday night with my other band Diamondback, and what happened was they weren't going to have any bands playing for July. And what they did was we were supposed to play the night that Love Gun played, and he asked me if I would please change the date so Love Gun could play, and I did. And they gave me July 12th, but they forgot they gave me July 12th. And so they had canceled all the bands, and then they got back to me and said, no, the gig is on. You guys can play. So it's kind of like a last. So I'm trying to get as many people down to Shamrocks for Friday night for Diamondback. And Diamondback, I don't know if you've seen it, but the band rips.
I've seen Diamondback many a time.
Yeah,
man.
I mean the band just rips.
Absolutely.
It's a killer band. So
And the bar is brand new, just been remodeled.
You
Oh,
guys,
it's beautiful in there.
I mean, I know
Shamrock's
you're
nice.
Tons of parking, easy to get to, right off exit 21 off 84 for
Can't
going
beat it.
towards Danbury.
And they don't let black people in.
Yes, they do, Martin.
He's right about that.
Damn it, I was going to go.
You know what's funny? Irish people just grabbed all the signs that said Irish need not apply, whited out the Irish, and put like coloreds on it. Like, you know, like.
And I do got to put it out there for anybody who hasn't seen Diamondback. What it is
what it is.
What it is,
you know,
what it is, what it is, what it be like.
They're a cover band, but what they do is they do their own arrangements from song to song, and it's almost like a stick of dynamite getting thrown in your face because Jimmy starts going off on his own little thing, and then BJ does his own thing over there. Paul Lusky, he's doing his thing, and you guys bring out these like explosions of different parts of the song that aren't even in the song.
What we do with songs is like we're like there's a lot of bands out there that pride themselves on playing a song note for note just like it's recorded. They play it like a jukebox would play it, you know. Diamondback doesn't do that. We play it as if the band's playing it live, and and we would go off on tangents and do whatever. I mean, I might go off on a guitar solo a lot longer than, you know, and I don't know if you've heard BJ play drums, but I play with him in all my other projects.
No, we have a DJ that only plays 3 songs every night.
I mean, within 2 seconds, you'll know this guy. This guy will plow you over with it. I mean, he's a skinny little dude.
He is. He's so small.
He's tiny, and when he gets behind a drum kit, it sounds like a machine gun. It's just like, you know, plowing you right down.
The first time I've heard him, because I'm good friends with Joey Aparo.
Oh yeah,
and
Joey.
I love him to death, and his abilities behind the kit is amazing. And when I heard BJ, it was like, holy shit, man! This dude is like thunder in a little tiny package.
When he heard BJ, he thought of Candace.
He's so small.
I knew a girl named BJ.
When I heard BJ,
she was
I thought
13 and I was 15, and man.
I've had the privilege of playing with some really good musicians, especially the drummers alone being able to play with Joey Aparo and BJ Zampa are it's been a real gift for me.
I have to laugh every time I hear his name. I'm sorry.
I'll use it. Should I say William?
I'm trying to keep my mouth shut, but BJ plowing.
I would use his real name, William Zampa, but no one ever knows.
Yeah, man. I've actually had the pleasure of doing sound for you guys at a gravel pit party a couple years back.
Oh my God!
We had a little sound issue, but
which one was I the drunk one at that one when I was drinking, or was Chris the drunk one?
No, I believe you were the drunk one.
Yeah, that was a big mistake.
He didn't want to say it, but
I was. That was right as I was going through my divorce, and I happened to be playing at that the Dirt Factory, right?
Yes.
And I got picked up. My buddy brought me. I parked my car down in Southbury, right near the police station, and so I obviously wasn't going back for it. So I went to that. We played, and he met me, and he had a little half pint of Jack, or a pint of Jack, and I started there. And of course, other things that I used to do came into play a lot that night. So,
yes, sir.
Wasn't that the night where Don showed up with his guitar, and you were like, "No, we just wanted you to do sound."
That was the night, actually.
He's like, "No, that was the week before."
Yeah, we actually had some sound issues because the mains that I was running for Head Wrench's sound.
Yeah,
the highs blew out of the system itself, and you looked at me like, "What the fuck are we gonna do?" And I'm like,
I know. That was a tough thing. I just felt bad, because the guy was really looking forward to Diamondback playing there, and I wanted to really sound good. I just always take pride in everything.
Exactly,
and
dude.
And
I
when
hear
the PA blew out, half the PA, I'm going like,
I know, holy fuck, I know.
What are we gonna do?
Yeah. No, it came off very well, man. All I did was try to compensate and work with the equalization, and you just kind of plowed right.
Well, let's put it this way: at the end of that gig, they carried me off the stage to the car, and as soon as I got to the car, they put me in a thing. I opened the door and threw up like a bunch of times. They had to load my equipment. It was so bad. I don't even.
No, I'm sure.
I remember nothing.
Well, hold on, before you guys go on, we lost internet real quick, so there's 2 parts already to the show.
Shut up.
But that's all right, yeah, because there was a good 17 minutes where we introduced them, but we're still live. Okay. If they click back on it, it went back to it.
Okay.
But if they go to listen to the podcast, they're going to have to hear both parts.
Yeah, it's just real.
We lost the internet.
I'm gonna reshare it to you guys.
Thank you.
Right.
What happened was we were doing clicking and stuff over here, and Spreaker lost the internet. So what it did is, instead of actually deleting it, it refreshes itself and tries to pick back up.
Oh, okay.
But if the bandwidth isn't there, then it just creates another one, but people still can click on it. Anyways, the first one is a Jimmy Bell Live is 17 minutes, and then the rest of the night.
So it just takes over from the other one.
Yeah, I mean, we still got our listeners back when they came right back, so which was good.
That's cool. Nice.
All right. We'd like to thank all of you for coming back.
I'll end up putting it together, moshing it, so it's all one.
If you would like to leave a evil comment for Peter, please do.
Don't leave an evil comment for me. Leave it for Comcast, motherfucker.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel better, I don't understand anything you just said.
Well, you're going to say your name twice.
That's all it counts.
Make sure it's 3 times. I'll be
So you're extra special because you got two names.
Special.
So you make your own music and all that stuff, and you make your own stuff. We put together a song here at the studio. I wonder if you can give us some feedback
There
and
we go.
what you think about this song. Hold on.
You know what? Your daughter was there to tell you she loved you. But of course, Peter has to be Peter. He's gonna invite you to your recital. But of course, Peter has to be Peter. To let you know you were not a bad person. Well, fuck you. But of course, Peter has to be Peter. Because you had to send your girlfriend there. And her new truck, that does not mean shit to me. So fuck you. Okay? But of course, Peter has to be Peter. Because she was making an effort. She wanted to tell her daddy that she loved her. Loved him. But of course, Peter has to be Peter. But of course, Peter has to be Peter. But of course, Peter has to be Peter. But of course, Peter has to be Peter.
Jimmy, you have a beautiful daughter.
Thank you so. Yeah, she's
What's her
well
name?
protected. Angela.
Oh, that's gorgeous. She looks like an Angela.
Yeah, Angela Christina Bella.
Does she have a boyfriend yet? That you have tortured?
She lives with a guy. Can you believe it?
Whoa. She's 17, living
yeah,
with a guy?
Yeah, here's the problem.
Not why
I can't say a word because look who her father is. Look what I've done my entire life. And you know what? Is my daughter? If I try to discipline my daughter or anything, if I say you totally can't do that, she kind of looks at me and just kind of chuckles. And goes, really? Look at what you've
My
done
family's
all of
loaded.
your
I'll
life."
marry her for you if you want.
That wasn't me. Why does every time you speak?
Yeah, no, he's black. His family's not loaded. It's okay.
We're loaded on drugs.
Yeah, they got like crack and stuff. I mean, like.
Sweet ride somewhere where no one can hear you scream. Have you ever seen the movie Deliverance? No. Great time to watch it and just play a banjo. Now take care of my daughter.
So maybe the guy's a nice dude. Like,
I do want to get into the multifaceted Jimmy Bell over here because
What'd you say? Multi-flaccid?
as Don, as you said, before we get carried away, can I just get a plug here real quick?
Absolutely, brother.
The guys
absolutely.
from Connecticut will be calling in at 10. We got the head of the
nice.
president of Connecticut and the head of press relations.
Very
Leo
cool.
Marinette.
For all you metal people listening out there, that's
Yep, we got
that's
so
geekness.
for all you nerd people calling
Yeah.
out there, we got people from a nerd convention this weekend.
Yeah, because of that, I have 3 employees that are going from LJ's, so I have to work at LJ's on Saturday because they're going.
Stop hiring nerds.
Stop hiring nerds. Then it's not my fault that the convention that they are calling in to promote is so large and vast in scope that workforces are depleted as a result of it.
Yep.
I mean, I didn't make it that way.
I'll
It's
suffer for them.
Thank you, Lynn. You're a trooper.
I know, he's a trooper.
This lady knows how to take one for the team. Just ask her husband.
You should see her when she's grabbing her ankles.
So what's the date on that, Zach?
It's going to be, I believe it's Thursday. It opens. There's just like some preliminary stuff, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is all the big stuff. You can go to Connecticut.org if you want to find out more information. Those guys will have more info when they call in about like.
Is
the
this the
guests
one you
that
have the pass for?
Yep, I got a
Nice.
press pass.
What day are you going?
I'm going there on Saturday and Sunday.
Cool.
I'll see you there.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, you're going, Martin.
That's
Nice.
fantastic. If I had known you were going to go, I would have gotten. I could have got. I should talk to Leo. I could probably get another press badge.
I'll be going with a whole bunch of nerd guys.
Nerd guys.
So it's already 8:35. What I want to do is do another plug. Last year we did our very own Toys for Tots, and not to blow smoke up our own ass, but we ended up killing Sikorsky.
Dude, it was insane.
Yeah, we had 5 boxes of toys, which was way better than
At
Sikorsky.
my little place.
At Lynn's little place. Well, this year our lineup is growing really quick. We have so far on the lineup we have Pragmatic.
Wait. You start from
all right. Of course, everybody's old Tommy Lord.
Jimmy's the best because he's here.
He opens
Like
up.
that's
He opens up for everybody.
He's
and
going to open up
anything.
for everybody. And
Yep.
after that, we're going to have the Patrons.
Nope.
I'm sorry, Local Suspects.
Yes.
Keith Putney.
With our brother Keith Putney.
And then we're going to have the Patrons with our brothers Peter Bova and Gary Patron and
Your man
mine
crush.
and Candace's Man Crush.
Yes.
Man crush.
Your man crush.
Maddie, who finally
Maddie in
friended
the
me
house.
last week.
Finally.
Yeah.
Maddie, just know if you go to sleep around me, you will wake up bald.
We have High Octane with our own,
baby.
Don.
With the sexiest daughter in the band.
I love you, Danny.
And our
Love you,
new
Danny.
and our new addition to the show,
Actually,
Pragmatic.
not Don's High Octane. It's actually a band called High Octane. They're from Prague. They play last week.
I toured in Prague.
Trust me.
And our new addition,
High Octane.
and our new addition, Pragmatic. We're still
Yes.
looking for anybody that wants to join the lineup. But this party started at 9. It's starting at 7. now.
Hey, let's stop with the lineup, huh? There's 5. Let's stop with the fucking lineup. And
No,
call
get
it
the
a day.
Olivers on it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
that would be
my
Oliver. Oh my
This
God.
just
Bottoms up.
announced, guys.
Then
Shakira is
that
going to
will
be
be-
there.
Bottoms up.
I'll play for sure.
Oh boy, here we
Bottoms
go.
up. Toys for
Can
tots.
Danny freestyle?
Oh boy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, can we have Danny freestyle?
You are truly a nigger.
Yeah, we're gonna have.
Fuck! You ER the shit? Oh, motherfucker, I'm going to stab you tonight.
With an A, not
Calling
an
him a nigga would have been nice.
Yeah, calling him a nigger doesn't insult me, too, you son of a bitch. He was like,
Peter, didn't you put the A at the end, not the R? So it's okay.
motherfucker, you did not conjugate, you
It's
son of a
okay
bitch.
to say
There are two
nigga.
things I
No,
will
he
not
said
say.
he said
Two
He
things.
said
Damn.
call him a nigga would be nice.
Wait a minute. I think you're getting another love note here in a minute.
There are two
Everything will be
things.
fine.
No, it's actually
No, I
saying,
don't think
please
it
don't
was for
steal my
Martin.
wallet.
Oh,
There are two things I will never say
your
outside
wallet.
of this sentence, and that is the N word, because I think that's fucking retarded, and nigga. If I ever say nigga, it's because I mispronounced it. I meant to say nigger. I'm sorry. I believe in free speech, and I'm not going to take away nigger, retard, spick, gook, slope, chink, Jew, kike, heeb. They're not taking it, Jaime. They're not taking any of those away while I'm fucking alive.
You forgot WAP.
I whatever, wops, yeah, sure. Fucking crackers, whatever. I don't want to lose any of them.
I don't want to leave Italians out. Then they're gonna be calling,
Hell no.
hey, motherfuckers, we're racist too.
Yeah, goddamn Guidos. We go, hey, oh, whoa, hey, oh, whoa.
Okay, we're back from the Martin and Zach show. Anyways, Pragmatics joined the lineup. We're still looking on a venue. We got a couple venues in mind, but it's
Good
not
stuff.
till December 7th. So,
good stuff, man. I can't.
I need
wait.
everybody out there to come hard this year.
Yeah, man.
We want to beat our goal. We want to go from 5 boxes to 10 boxes.
Yeah, we want to take it home today.
And I'll talk to Roy and Chad if they can come on the
Yeah,
lineup.
man, I'd
that
love to
fucking
do
thing-
it.
Yeah.
That lineup is going to be
I'm
sick.
into anything
I
that
have
helps
so
people
many
out.
jokes
Oh, yeah.
about boxes. And
I mean, the totals for our toys last year had to have been over $5,000.
Oh,
Said he wanted them to
insane.
Where do you send the toys to? Do you?
Marines, Toys for Tots.
We actually had the Marines actually come out.
Yeah,
with us,
the
so.
Marine
They pick
Axle.
it up.
Yeah.
They pick it up, so it goes straight to the Marines. They hand it out. They do everything.
And do you know that he hung there the whole night and does?
They
the
drink
band?
more than us.
Yeah, they
Do
were-
they?
Yeah, they drink. They
He
took their
would never
uniforms up.
drink in a uniform.
Yeah.
They took their uniforms after, and they drank more than us. They killed the bar.
Yeah, that's a fucking surprise.
Yeah,
They
it was.
killed-
It was a good time, man. It was a really good time.
We played a couple of fucking bombs and shit going off, so they felt at home. But
Yeah.
but yeah, they actually did a really good, better. You know, I mean, it was great for our first time. We put it together in a month and a half.
Yeah.
And we were
Great
surprised at the lineup that we had.
It was great
We
stuff.
want to do it again at the Milestone this year, but it's too big.
Hey, wait! I got to tell you. I got to ask you something. Did Martin tell you, Marty? Did he tell you about the show that we're doing
Yes.
at Waterbury Palace Theater?
And I asked him.
I just shared the link.
And I asked him if he wanted us to broadcast it live. He hasn't got back to me.
Oh my God! It's gonna be great, man. It's bottoms
November.
up. Aaron, Troy, Danner.
I might not catch, but I will start all the way back into the 80s with the Joint Forces crew.
It's time to go back,
Now-
way back at the time.
Now, I'm talking, you guys were together and you were opening up for all the heavy hitters back in the day. Motley Crue, the Scorpions. I mean, you pretty much name who was rolling out there, and you guys were doing it.
Well, we did a lot of Joint
Cocaine?
Forces did a whole bunch of really good gigs and everything. What happened with that band is that we got together. We had a different drummer and a different singer at first, and the band was actually called. Well, I'll go back a little bit further. Joint Forces started in 1982. We were a cover band. We had 3 different members in the band, and that lasted 1 year. Right after that, we became Bell Attack. They changed the name of the band to after me. They changed it, and we had a different singer, and my longtime school best friend Mark Franco played bass. Yeah, he was. We went to high school together. We used to jam and everything. So he got in a band, and then the original singer Mark Diamond came back from California. So Joint Forces suddenly became a band. Now, we kind of like when we got back together, we wanted to kind of make a statement as far as something different. So what we decided to do was to come out and play one set of all original music. Now, there were other bands out there doing original music. I'm not saying we're the first to do original music by any means, but there were other bands doing cover songs and original music. They were mixing it up. We decided that we were going to do a rock show. In other words, we were going to have two bands open for us. We were going to come out and headline and do an hour and a half worth of all of our own songs.
Mm-hmm.
We took a big gamble, and so did the club owners. Like they weren't sure it was going to work.
Especially back in that time, you know.
Yeah, I mean they really took a. Of course, there was a million clubs to play back then. Right. So our first gig actually was at the Agora Ballroom.
That's cool.
And I think like 1,000 people were there. I mean, that's what clubs used to get back then.
Right.
You know, like every night that I played to at least 400 to 1,000 people.
Yeah.
And so we did the Joint Forces thing, and we kind of made a statement. All the other bands started following. They started doing just all original music, and then having opening bands and everything. So we did that, and we ended up hooking up with this manager who worked for Joan Jett. They were part of the Blackheart Management Company, and so. They had this guy. He was partners with this guy that had a tour bus company. So we are, this new band. We didn't even have a record deal. We had a 3-song cassette. That's all we had. But they said, listen, we're going to put you out on tour with Joan Jett.
That's nice.
And we're going to give you a tour bus. And we said, let's fucking go.
That's
if I'm going to go out on the road and I have my very own tour bus. And, they said, well, you're not going to be able to really make any money. We'll give you $10 a day to eat with. We were kids. We didn't care. We were going to be out on the road with Joan Jett and, with our own tour bus.
That's awesome.
Everybody in Joan's band rode on our bus because they didn't want to be around Joan.
I heard that about
I have
her.
a question.
Yeah.
How much coke and sex happened in that tour bus?
Oh, my God.
Did you just come in and it was just white and there was like outlines of
I'll tell
titties?
you a story. Well, I never... I'll tell you this one story real quick because seeing you shifted it to that.
Yes, you did.
I never made it. Had it a secret that I was a real heavy coke addict for a long time.
No, you've never made it a secret.
I never made it a secret. It was always out there. I mean, when I used to play on stage at like I was just mentioning the Agora Ballroom. My drug dealers were in front of the stage, and I knew who my drug dealers are because they're the only guys wearing dark sunglasses inside the club. They would throw packets of coke to me up on the stage, and they would land at my feet. So I'd be trying to step on them and reach down and grab them and put them in my pocket so nobody else would take them because everybody else in the band was that bad too. And if any of my other guys saw them, they would try to run for the packets. I mean, this is all we cared about. But we were out on tour in Rochester, New York. And we're on the tour bus, and this guy comes on the tour bus, and he's got an 8-ball of coke. He drops it on the table, right? He takes the whole thing, just drops it down, starts cutting it up.
You had me at coke.
And the manager for the band just happened to walk on the bus, and he just kind of made a comment to the guy. He goes, you really shouldn't do that. And the guy was all wired out. He didn't know who he was. So the guy went, okay. He took the whole 8-ball and just went like that and threw it on the carpet.
Oh, shit.
So as soon as that guy left the bus, me and the bass player dove to the floor. I shit you not. We dove on the floor with it had shag carpet, and we were snorting out of the carpet and picking up rocks and everything. I mean, and our eyes were bugging our head. We had lockjaw for a week. It was great. But there was nothing but coke.
You should have cooked the rug.
Yeah. Well, there was nothing left on. I vacuumed every piece of dirt and everything went up my nose. Trust me, there was nothing left on the rug.
It was the cleanest carpet on the planet.
Yeah, it was the cleanest tour bus ever. But there was always tons of alcohol and and it was always just we weren't even that big of a band even, so there was always the women thing and everything. It was a lot of fun. It was a very small scale. We were a very small scale Motley Crue.
Right.
We lived exactly that style of life. But that lifestyle. But we weren't as big as Motley Crue.
Right.
So I mean, that just says what the band was. So we continued for a while, and then I got hooked up with a lot of endorsements because of my guitar playing and stuff. I got hooked up with Kramer Guitars. Now, there was this, I don't know if you know anything about guitars, but there's this tremolo on a guitar called the Floyd Rose.
Yep.
Floyd Rose saw me play at a music store.
Really?
He was there, and he asked me to, to demonstrate his tremolo. I happen to have one left-handed because I play guitar left-handed, and I had to have one made. They didn't even have a real left-handed one. Yeah, I drilled a hole on the other side of it. So I did a clinic for Floyd Rose that day, and he was so impressed. He called the president of Kramer Guitars and said, we got to give this guy a full endorsement. So I had a full endorsement from Kramer, and I used to go everywhere in New Jersey.
That's amazing.
I played with Dweezil, did stuff with Dweezil Zappa and stuff. I played the NAMM shows with Eddie Van Halen and all this. Now Eddie Van Halen,
he was great in The Running Man.
He was. I got some Eddie stories, but yeah. So
I'm talking about Eddie, not Dweezil. Eddie was great in The Running Man, not Dweezil. No,
But I'm telling you, man, it was a really cool part of my life, and a lot came out of that. So I got to. What happened was the Kramer Guitar Company took me on as a management.
What year about was this?
This is about 1986. I had the endorsement somewhere around 85 and 86, 87. They had my videotapes of me playing and everything just in case anything cool comes around. Well, I got a call on a Wednesday afternoon from the people from the Kramer Company, and they said, "Hey Jimmy, Ozzy Osbourne is looking for a guitar player," and
that's insane.
And we sent him your video, and they want to see you. And I said, "Oh, really cool." I said, "When am I going? Next week or over the weekend?" They go, "No, you're leaving right now."
No shit.
Yeah, you have to be on an airplane within an hour.
Wow.
So they booked the flight, and I got out to California.
This was during Joint Forces, correct?
This is during Joint Forces, and then so Ozzy's people pick me up. They bring me to the hotel, and they give me a couple $100 cash just in case I want to have a drink or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was just one of those things. So what I did was every guitar player. They must have went through about 500 guitar players. They had already seen Zakk Wylde. They already had played with him a little bit, so they kind of decided on him.
Okay.
But then they saw my video and said, "We better go check this guy out." So as I'm auditioning with the drummer Randy Castile and Phil Suzanne, the bass player,
love that dude.
Really, and Sharon Osbourne sits in on my audition. She wanted to see me play because she saw the whole my.
Is she hot?
Well, when I first met Sharon,
cute. She's pretty.
When this is back in the day when I first met Sharon. She was I don't know if you saw pictures.
Fat.
She was heavy.
She
was heavier back then, and then later on she got real skinny. But
she's hilarious, but she seems like she'd be the worst wife on the planet.
I don't know, man. She really saved Ozzy's life. I mean, she could be the worst wife, but
stands
with
by him
Ozzy as
like
a husband,
100%.
really. I mean, you got to look at the
Look
you
at
gotta
the
really
rings on her
control.
finger and the jewelry around her neck, and know
I don't
that
think
and
that's
know
why.
that
Yeah,
that
but
is
look at
why
what he's
and know
done.
that is why Ozzy cannot retire.
Well,
She's
keep in
loyal
mind
to
though.
him. She's very loyal to him.
Yeah, she
From
is.
what I see.
Because he makes her money. She's like a man. To me, I feel like she
She
just
makes
sees
money
him as an
too.
investment.
She
I know,
makes
but I
money.
feel like she just sees him as an investment, and like I've got to protect my investment. I don't.
Well, don't
that's just-
forget
I mean, I
though,
don't- I've never met them,
Sharon
you know.
Osbourne's father was Don Arden, and Don Arden was
yeah.
major in the music business.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I feel like
So.
it's all a business. It's everything about
Fuck
it
that.
is a
I'd
business.
fuck
decision.
Sharon. I'd fuck Sharon right now.
I didn't say I wouldn't
Give me a
bang her.
record-
That's a different
give me a record
conversation.
deal.
I mean,
Okay.
Okay.
Let's revert.
Yep.
Oh no, that's okay. Cut it anytime. I got plenty of time. This story will take for 5 hours.
Listen, I'm listening
Actually, why don't we save that story for the next hour?
Damn it! I want to listen to Coke
Let's
Fueled
put-
awesomeness.
that was the last story.
That was.
Let's play a song from Jimmy because we were supposed to do that first.
Yeah, no, that's all right. Hey, man, you just.
We're gonna play this song. Where's it from? It's from the House of Lords.
This
Yep.
The
What's
first.
the name of the song?
I believe you're playing These Are the Times. I've been with House of Lords since 2006.
Now, this is
And
a band is more heard in Europe.
No, House of Lords was a big band. They came in at the later part of like 1988, 89. They came in right before Nirvana came and killed all the hair metal music.
Okay.
But
Destroyed
House of Lords did have #1 MTV hits, and when MTV was playing videos and stuff, so they yeah. And so they,
When they weren't black, you mean?
They weren't black.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yo, MTV Raps was on there, bitch.
No. I think he just means the fact that MTV just promotes itself.
That was actually a track, Can't Find My Way Home.
Yeah, Can't Find My Way Home was a big hit for them. And then Wanna Be Loved, that was another one of their big hits for them.
Jimmy,
And,
I'm sorry I have to do this joke, but you said you're the House of Lords. Do you have the House of Commons open for you? I had to do it.
I have.
That's a perfect opening act.
So basically, what's going on is House of Lords, had a big. They were on tour with Scorpions, Cheap Trick, everything else. They went out and they had their big heyday with Fame. Nirvana came, killed all the hair metal bands. The problem that happened with House of Lords is they weren't in it long enough to survive.
Right.
The way Motley Crue, Poison, Rat, they were in it longer.
Right.
So what happened was, it kind of got lost to the side. And in 1996, they came out with a record called Power and the Myth. And what they did was they tried to change the music a little bit, make it more modern without going through James Christian.
Mm-hmm.
And the House of Lords fans didn't take kindly to it because they're what's known as a melodic rock band. They call it arena rock, melodic rock, whatever you want to call it. In other words, it's heavy rock but with great vocals.
Right. And the keyboards are really
keyboards,
big.
everything. Yeah, it was that type of stuff. So the record didn't do well, and then James Christian, who is from Connecticut originally, he was in a band called Eyes, called me and says, "Jimmy, I'm putting a House of Lords together. I'd like you to play guitar." He goes, "Can you write melodic rock music? Have you ever done melodic rock before?" I never have, but I said yes. I said, absolutely, I could definitely do this. So I sent a couple tracks down, and even though my tracks were a little bit heavier, once James gets a hold of them and puts the harmonies and the keys and all that stuff, he turns it into a melodic rock song.
He's such a great producer.
Yeah, he is. And the song "These Are the Times" was one of the first songs that I sent, and that's what you're about to hear now.
That's awesome, man.
And I've been with them since 2006. So it's the original lineup. We've been in the same lineup since 2006.
And James is the original singer.
James is the only original member of the band. But I have had the exact same guys: B.J. Zampa, Chris McCarville. Who is it? Did you say Chris is coming on the show?
Yes,
Did I see that?
In 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Wow, Jimmy's actually reading our shit.
Yeah, I actually read it.
He did his homework.
But I'm stealing his thunder right now because I brought the Max Explosion CD, so he's going to have absolutely nothing to play.
He took all his material.
It's kind of like Don's band on a Saturday night.
I was at the dress rehearsal before you guys played Rocklahoma at Bleachers. I believe it was like 09.
Oh yeah. Now listen, just so you know, James, he went through prostate cancer too, and we the video that we have Someday When that's on. We have an actual video, that big production video. James, ever since that video, is skinny as he was back in 1988. He lost all of his weight now. And he's real healthy. He sings great, and we're all looking forward to going out on the next tour because now he like looks fabulous,
That's
and we're
awesome.
going like, all right, let's get how we could go out there, because he was always a little, he gained some weight. He was married. He's comfortable, and that's it happens.
And I see you guys are going to be setting up a 2014 tour, or
Maybe 13, maybe even 13. But we do have a big festival in September. We're going to do We're going to do 3 local shows here. We're doing one in Milford, I believe, one in Springfield, and we're trying to. We had one in Rhode Island, but the club shut down. The Rock
Junction.
The Rock Junction just shut down last Sunday, and I love that place.
Awesome.
And we were booked there for Thursday the 26th. Now I have to find another gig in Rhode Island someplace.
Shit, man. So what? I don't even want to get into that. Never mind.
Well, let's get into his song.
Yeah, let's play the song.
Because we got a break pretty soon.
Absolutely.
This is Jimmy Bell, House of Lords, and the name of the song is
These Are the Times.
These Are the Times.
These are the times we live in. All of the signs were given. We never dreamed they'd blow us away.
House of Lords.
Yeah.
House of Lords. Nice job, Jimmy.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
We're going to go to break and we'll be right back. Candace, the kids are driving me nuts. Maybe we should rent the Velcro wall and throw the kids against it.
That would be considered child abuse.
Only if we get caught.
You do realize my mom's a cop, right?
Yeah, so what?
Okay, how about this? If you're in need of any form of bounce houses, call Jump and Bounce Fun, located in Naugatuck, Connecticut. They have a wide range of bounce houses.
They have water slides, boxing rings, joust, all sorts of inflatable outside fun. So give Jump and Bounce a call at 203-490-9059 and tell them that the show sent you. Once again, call Jump and Bounce Fun, serving New Haven, Fairfield, and Hartford counties, and are fully insured.
Call Jump and Bounce Fun at 203-490-9059. Also like them on Facebook or hit them up on the web at jump_bouncefun.com.
Hey, this is Marty Q, and you're listening to PPRN live broadcast around the world.
Times have changed and times are strange. Here I come, but I ain't the same. Mama, I'm coming home. Time's gone by, it seems to be. You could have been a better friend to me. Mama, I'm coming home. You took me in and you drove me out, yeah, you had me hypnotized, yeah. Lost and found and turned around by the fire in your eyes. You made me cry, you told me lies, but I can't stand to say goodbye. Mama, I'm coming home. I could be right, I could be wrong. It hurts so bad, it's been so long. Mama, I'm coming home. Selfish love, yeah, we're both alone. Right before the fall, yeah. But I'm gonna take this heart of stone. I just got to have it all. I've seen your face 100 times.
Oh, Candace, what are you doing under the table?
Table head.
Oh.
I love
Is that a Portuguese version of Roadhead?
We like table head.
Since you guys can't afford cars.
I have a pretty
Am I
car.
on? Oh, yeah, I'm on.
We
now.
can't
Are
afford
we
cars
on?
because your people are taking all the college money.
You damn right.
Are we on?
Yeah, we're
Yes,
on.
we're
Do we,
back.
do we lose two people every break? Is that what
Yes.
happens?
They all
No,
run
what the
away.
problem is with the internet, so I got to do some.
No,
finagling
he's talking
tonight.
about
About the
losing.
people.
Oh, yeah. They're growing trees right now.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
Except
back.
the trees they're growing have seeds in it.
They're back.
No seeds.
No seeds. No seeds.
He's wearing the I love you fucking thing.
Yes, he will cherish it. He'll bring it home and
Are
sleep
you
with
kidding
it on
me,
his
man?
pillow.
I don't get that shit with seeds and stalks in it. I get it. It's just one bud, bro.
I remember back in the day when I was hard up for money, I used to sell tea bags.
Dude,
Oh
it would
my
smell
God.
like weed, and people were like, if they didn't know better, like, oh, dude, that was some good shit.
I have to say, one time.
Dude, did you ever like
I burnt
buy like something that you thought was cocaine and it was like
Sheetrock?
or bleach
Rock.
Martin's people used to give me sheetrock all the time.
Because you were dumb enough to buy it, motherfucker.
I saw him actually do like aspirin and thinking that that's a rock of coke. Like they take the white bare aspirin and break it up into pieces.
Yep.
And you go, oh yeah, this has got some rocks in it and stuff. And you're crushing up bare aspirin. So
yeah.
is that my dad calling?
You know,
Damn
it
You're never
happens.
coming home again.
It happens, man. Sometimes you think you get.
Yeah, Dan, you can Skype in. Yeah, what happens is when we used to go to like Martin's neck of the woods, and they used to
Harlem?
The projects over in September, they were called Pond Lily in New Haven.
Yeah.
And it was a big thing because I was a DJ back in the day, so my weekends were Tuesday to Thursday.
Right.
Or actually Monday to Thursday, because Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I was always gigging. And we would go on Tuesday night. We'd have a gig in New Haven called Skitters. It was Nickel Night.
I remember I played there.
You remember Skitters?
Yeah, absolutely. I remember.
Nickel Night Tuesday. You go there with $1. You'd come home with either a ticket on the way home or an accident or whatever.
Yeah.
Because you were fucked up on $1. It was literally a nickel.
That's sweet.
You would give the bartender $1. He'd give you beers all night, and you tip him $3, and it was great. But you would stop on the way over there and grab these big fat ass 40s.
Yeah, but back then that was a lot of money.
That was a good one.
Beautiful.
So we'd stop and pick these 40s that looked like pillowcases.
You got paid $15 a week back in Pete's day.
But then Wednesdays was Toad's place. We used to have the Wednesday night dance party at Toad's, and but it was always that come down Route 69, stop at Pond Lily, have 15 black guys jumping through your sunroof, because back in the day sunroofs were big.
They were huge in the 80s.
All you had to do was hand out $80, and you got like 5 pillowcases full of shit. Because that's how cheap it was back then.
Oh my God!
You would head to Toad's and drink a Foster can of fucking beer because you were so high.
You know why? You got the crappy ass fucking shit. 'Cause they're like, that's the sucky DJ that only plays 3 songs.
They give him sheetrock. But no, they were good. But I mean, you'd go to like to Long Hill and Waterbury, and they always give you sheetrock.
I got to tell you, one time I'm playing in up in upstate New York and Schenectady or something like that. This is so true. It's embarrassing. It's so true. I'm on stage playing, and I used to do like a guitar solo by myself. The spotlight on me. It was usually like a 10-minute solo back then.
At least, right?
It's when all the women went to the bathroom. But so I was on stage playing, and while I'm standing there playing my solo, the spotlight's on me, big white thing, and my nose decided to flush.
Oh shit!
While I'm right there, and it drained like this, and it hung down to the floor. And I took my head and went like this, and the thing went.
It was like
It was
like a Saint Bernard, right?
Yeah, it was like I was drooling or something. It was pretty bad. I felt.
It's about as aggravating as those assholes that blow their nose while they're snorting coke. Motherfucker, there goes $80. What's wrong with you? Give me that tissue.
Yeah, I've learned how to sneeze through my mouth because of coke. You know what I mean? I'm not letting any of that shit out. Like I've learned how to make it channel it through my mouth when I'm supposed to sneeze. Like I can actually stop a sneeze.
Then we found the art of Neil Young in it.
Oh boy!
I heard stories about Neil Young, how he used to lock himself in a closet with piles and piles and piles of. He had the ultimate crackhead's coke snorting room. He built a house, and he built a room in the middle of the house. And he would take a bunch of shit, and he would just sit there for days and just cook it. And cook it. And that's where he would write. He would write all his music in the closet, just sitting there.
Searching for a heart of gold.
For days, just smoking it. And then he'd come out and then come record it. And it was just like, wow.
That's like
Where's that guy still alive?
That's like Peter's
Oh, my
Paradise.
dream is to have a room in the middle of the house with no windows. Oh, yeah, back
exactly.
then. But, you know, it's just...
Everything leads back
to crack.
And crack.
Oh, yeah.
I love crack. I'm absolutely cuckoo for crack.
If you're in rock and roll, if you're a DJ, if you're in any kind of entertainment, you've dabbled in something. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, the only reason to be, like, famous and rich is so you could do drugs all the time.
So you can afford them.
Yeah, like, why the hell would you do, like, that Angelina Jolie, like, UN
the problem
shit?
with me was that I couldn't smoke pot and like go out in public. I was one of those guys. If I smoke pot, I think that everybody's looking. So I used to like smoke pot and hide in my room and just practice guitar all the time. I wouldn't leave the house. And like,
And look what happened. You got a career on it.
Yeah, but when I did coke and I was out drinking bottles of Jack, I talked to everybody. That's why I have so many.
Thank you.
I was like, that's why I have so many like my biggest biker friends in the world. That I went up to the biggest bikers. Hey, how you doing? So they all love me because it's like I wasn't afraid to talk to them. So then I made all these.
That's weird. Now you also happen to be white with long hair. Now, if I did the same thing, hey, kill this motherfucker right now.
Nah, dude. When everyone's on blow, we're all just.
That's weird.
How do I say this nicely?
I was at like New Year's Eve. We're all like coked up. We're all out like walking around, and I got a joint to smoke. And I started like lighting it, and I saw these black dudes were walking, and they're like, "Yo, that smells good." I'm like, "Let's get high." And they're like, "For real?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, dogs! It's New Year's Eve."
Absolutely.
Exactly. Pulled right away into a park. Started smoking. I'm like, "Yeah, we're coked out of our minds." He's like, "Fuck yeah!" We started blowing lines in the park, fucking smoking joints and shit. And my friend's like, "Dude, where'd you meet these black guys?" And I'm like, "On the street." And they were kind of like weirded out, and these dudes were dressed better than we were. I'm like, "Dude, what the fuck?" Man?
He's like, "Where'd you meet these black guys?" The same way anyone does, in the field.
Get your black ass in the field. I just found them. I'm like, they're just dudes from New
kidding.
York. Like,
You're mine now, Blackie.
They were standing behind a
no, Martin, I was theirs.
With hot chocolate from Santa's beard.
Yeah, Zach was the white guy with money all the time. You always got to have that one white friend when you're a black guy.
Fuck you. I'm so upset that you said that. We're going to Vegas and we do have one white friend.
All black people have that one white friend that's got money.
Say, don't worry, I'll go up and negotiate this.
So I got to ask Jimmy, do you have any black groupies?
Millions.
Colored girls loved you.
You got 1,000,001 now.
Oh, yeah, I see Martin over there. He's rocking over there to some house alone.
You know, it's funny because when we were playing your song, Jimmy, he was like gaying it up a little bit too.
I was getting into it, man. He took his hair out of his clip and everything. Oh, yeah. He started
And his clip.
Yeah, he was flinging it around.
You know what's so wrong about gayness?
Martin's like everything in one: black, gay, straight. Funny.
Listen, it's not gay that I rape you. It's only gay if you like it.
It's only gay.
I'm a failure as a man.
I guess I'm not going home early.
Nope.
I could hang here 3 hours for sure.
Yeah, you don't mind talking to the comic book guys at 10, do you? They're nerds, but
You heard me. I said homo.
I mean, they have to
Gaydar
be
is totally off.
They have to be nerds. They organized a comic book convention, so they have to be like.
So if you're just tuning in, it's the second hour of our show, and Jimmy Bell's in the studio live with us.
Yeah, man. CT's very own.
CT's very own. We have a lot of talent that comes out of Connecticut. It's just a lot of people work so hard in Connecticut. I think, not just saying it because I'm from Connecticut, but I think there's a lot of talent that comes out of here that make it but don't make it. Then they got the A-B celebrity kind of thing. That's celebrity.
I've had this this thing that's always happened to me throughout my career, and I don't know if it's the thing that keeps me going all the time, but I've had so many doors like open for me, like big, huge, famous things. Like, I right after the Ozzy thing, which we were talking about, I get done playing with Ozzy at after the audition. I was the only other person that got to actually go on stage and play with Ozzy.
That's such a great.
So I played like 4 or 5 songs with him, and And Sharon and Osmy sat me down after the audition and said, well, it's between you and Zach Wilde.
That's crazy.
And I'm going like, I was all blown away that, they took me out to dinner to this real expensive restaurant, and Ozzy was all messed up at the dinner table. It was awesome.
No, not how old? And I'm sorry, bro, but dude, Zach Wilde, he's a good guitarist and all, but he is not like everyone. They talk this guy up. They always lick his nuts, and I'm like, dude, he's not. He's a good guitarist, but he's you're better. I don't get it. It's like I don't know.
Here's the deal with Zach. He's extremely good at what he does. He has his signature thing that he does.
Did he write Master of Insanity? I don't think he did.
Well, here's the deal. Back when Zach got the gig, he played a little bit. He wasn't so stiff and everything like he is now. I mean, look at the guy was skinny like Randy Rhoads. He looked like Randy Rhoads. He played a Les Paul like Randy Rhoads.
Yeah, because I didn't see that Zach Wilde. Yeah, I'm younger, so I didn't see him till like 2000, 2001.
Yeah, no. When I was hanging with him, he had no. He was just a kid. He had no facial hair. He looked like Randy, which is one of the main reasons that they took him. Now, when I auditioned,
how old were you at that point?
Oh, well, I'm old anyway. But I think I was 27 when I auditioned, and Zach was, I think, 20.
Yeah, he was real young.
Yeah, and
so he was better when he was raw, is what you're saying.
Well, yeah, because he had all this. He was a young kid. He had all this fire and energy. But here's the thing, though, too. Back then, Ozzy had just here's something that people brought up to me that I never really thought about. Here's Ozzy leaves Black Sabbath. Okay, obviously there was big tension between Tony Iommi and Ozzy Osbourne. Tony Iommi's left-handed, and I'm left-handed, so maybe Ozzy looked, and just thought about it and said, "Oh, not another left-handed guitarist or something." It could have been something as screwy as that.
Right.
But
these lefties.
All I know is here's the good thing, though. See, Sharon really, even though I didn't get the gig, Sharon Osbourne definitely liked me. So she sent my stuff to Geezer Butler for Black Sabbath, and I ended up playing in a band with Geezer Butler. So here I am.
That's amazing.
I go to England, and I'm playing in a band with him now, the first generation of the Geezer Butler project.
Called Geezer, correct?
Yeah, it was called Geezer, and this is my sad story. My first experience of being sad in the music business. No, I had plenty of them, but this one was really a killer.
Made a mark.
Yeah, it made a mark. I'm working with Geezer Butler.
More than losing out to Zach Wilde.
This
one would have killed me, bro.
Well,
you said he was better when he was 20. So but
that was. But I was too. I was.
That had to be devastating, man. Because to play with Ozzy, look what it's done for him. His solo music. I don't really think it's that great, but he gets the notoriety from being Ozzy's guitarist.
He does. But he did say this one thing. I know. He did a guitar clinic when he first got in Ozzy. He was out in California, and this girl I knew that was there, and he says, "Oh yeah," he goes, "the auditions were kind of wild." He goes, "There was this guy Jimmy Bell that I heard play, and I didn't think I had the gig after I heard him play." So, so that was really cool that he said that.
So he agrees with me.
Yeah,
he's on my side apparently.
And he always says nice. If there's ever an interview or anybody brings it up, like I have articles with him and I together, talking, where he's always, says great stuff about me. So he's a really cool guy.
That's very cool.
But so they sent me to England. I play with Geezer. Geezer says to me, he goes, I'd like, he goes, Jimmy, he goes, you got to write a song similar to like something Black Sabbath. He was trying to do something a little different, but then he wanted to go back to something heavier like Black Sabbath.
Right.
So I write this song called Master of Insanity. In fact, I titled it. He wrote the lyrics, but I wrote all the music for it. So, I go home back to America. The project we got signed to MCA Records. Well, the guy that signed us, here's another one of these things. The guy that signed us got caught embezzling money from MCA, so they dropped all of his projects.
Oh,
so here's another thing. Here's the Ozzy thing, then that shuts. The Geezer thing, that shut. All these little things. So it keeps me going though, because I keep seeing these doors opening.
That carrot is just dangling.
They keep dangling. They pull it. They keep
close.
Yeah, so that's what I keep going. But so, anyways, I write this whole song. 1992, I get a call from Gloria Butler, Geezer's wife, and she says, "Jimmy, I have great news." She goes, "We're going to put Master of Insanity on the new Black Sabbath record. Ronnie Dio's coming back in the band. He's gonna, he's joining the band." So I'm all excited because Ronnie Dio is going to be singing a song that I wrote.
So this is at the Heaven and Hell era.
This is after Heaven and Hell. They did the Heaven and Hell Mob Rules. They broke up for a few years, and then they came out with Dehumanizer.
Oh yeah, what TV Crimes was a
TV
single.
Crimes was on that record as well. They say, okay, your song's going to be on there. She goes, but I got one problem. And I go, well, what's that? She goes, we can't give you songwriting credit. And I go, well, why not? I wrote the song. She goes, Tony Iommi will never let a song from another guitar player on a Black Sabbath record. It just won't happen. So she says, Geezer will give you special thanks in his say thank you to you in his credits. And when the tour is over, we're going to pay you for the song. So, what was I going to say? My hands were tied. I said, okay. So the record comes out. They do the tour. I see him a couple times on tour, backstage passes. Hey, Jimmy, blah, blah, blah. The whole thing. I never received a dime. They never paid.
That's when you should have said, fuck that and pulled a Martin. Motherfucker, you ain't playing that song unless I'm in the room. Motherfucker.
I wouldn't have did that. I'd have pulled really pulling the Martin is pull a schema. Please get on the goddamn floor. Take everything out your goddamn pockets. Give me the fucking, get everything. Take the shoes. Get butt naked.
Martin's gonna take the wedding ring off the motherfucker's finger.
Get butt naked.
Dude, seriously, man, you should have got a hold of some Jew lawyers and bent the bam,
There's nothing to do. Whatever lawyers I would have gotten, they had the money.
They would have cost more than the song money.
Yeah, they would have had the money to outdo me no matter what. What was I going to prove?
No, I know what you mean.
So, but here's the good thing that came out of it. I was a huge Ronnie James Dio fan. So Ronnie James Dio sang on a song that I wrote. So I have that that I could go on and say.
That's an awesome song too, man. That's a fucking
good track.
Kick-ass song, dude.
It's a good track. So I've had a lot of things sort of happen like that. But the House of Lords thing is great. I've had a lot of great things come out of that.
You seem real comfortable in the band, to be honest with you. I mean, I've looked over the history. And as you guys have been putting out your last few albums, I've actually been picking them up and listening to them and going through them.
Literally.
Like when Big Money came out, I had it that first week,
Yeah.
I try to follow the House Lords just because of some of its history. Because of
when you're not here, he makes fun of you.
I know he does. All the gay jokes come out. I know.
That's right.
Hey.
Who's been in the
no.
band
He strictly insults your musical ability.
You won't be the first one, trust me.
So I mean, it's really has a great history for you that don't know of the history of House of Lords. Back in the day, it was actually picked up from Gene Simmons.
Gene Simmons put the band together.
And it was called Jafria at the time, and he said, I'll take the band as long as you call it House of the Lords.
Right.
Actually, I'm responsible for House of Lords. It's me, Gene Simmons.
You guys put it together. But I'll tell you what the coolest thing is, I've always dreamt of going on tour and stuff like that. That's what everybody dreams of doing that, and that's what I do with House of Lords. I go to Europe.
Man.
I tour all over Europe with them.
It's
I've been to places that people will never see. I've been
yeah, dude, I want to go to Europe. I mean, so it's like I'm instantly jealous of this guy. I'm never going to Europe.
Spain, Italy. I've been to Spain so many times. I've been to Italy.
Awesome.
All over Germany, all over Prague, all over. It just we go everywhere.
Have you been to Africa?
No.
So I noticed that.
Was this going? I can't help it. You had that look. I thought this was going to that joke.
Like, yeah,
It went there. It went there.
Have you ever been to Portugal?
like he hadn't said anything in 20 minutes. He just looks up with this thug look, pulls the beard on. You ever been to Africa?
Have you ever been to Portugal?
Yes, I have.
Thank you.
I feel so bad for you.
That's because they have food in Portugal, not Africa.
That's in Africa, right?
Every time there's a Unistuff commercial, that's not Portugal, that's Africa.
That was actually the last gig on the last tour.
Where'd you go in Portugal? Lisbon?
Lisbon, yeah.
Because after you go to Portugal, you got to get the fuck out.
Yeah,
actually, this place sucks. Let's go.
The second tour, it was our first gig on the tour. We landed in Lisbon. And the last gig was our last gig in Portugal.
You know what? Get you some food stamps.
In Portugal.
Portugal's pretty.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Portugal's real pretty. And I'll tell you what, those clubs out there surpass ours so much.
Oh, God, yeah.
Europe's a whole different thing.
That's actually...
They don't go out till midnight. I mean, they don't take showers till midnight in Portugal.
Niggas take showers over there?
Well, that's kind of where I was going. I mean, the scene is totally different than it is in here. And if you could maybe describe a little bit.
Let me just tell you something about the people over in Europe love all the hair metal bands, what I call hair metal, the bands that I'm in, Poison, all those other bands, they still, even the bands that aren't on the level of Poison, like maybe say the Bullet Boys and all the different generations of Rat, because there's like 3 or 4 of them that are out there. They all go over to Europe, the LA Guns and stuff, and you actually make a living over there still. When you go and play in Europe, people come out like crazy to see you over there, especially like when we tour House of Lords and stuff. It's like that. It's because they want to see that type of music, But the thing about the Europe market is the exact same people that will come see House of Lords will go see a death metal show or something that's totally different, because they love music over there, and live music is like a big deal over there for them.
That's awesome.
So it's really cool. Every time I get over there, I just like go, oh, thank God. Once the plane lands, I'm okay.
So I did notice on your last tour with House of Lords that you guys were taking a lot of pictures and putting them on social network, being Facebook and stuff. And I was actually, it was cool enough to where you could actually follow House of Lords on their tour.
Chris has did videos of the whole. He did only the first half. He still has the second half. He's so busy he hasn't even got to it yet. But we were in Austria. So here, all right. So I just quit drinking. Okay, here I am, October 1st, a couple of years ago. I quit drinking, and I was supposed to leave a week, 2 weeks into October.
What's significant about October in Austria?
But my hands were still shaking from the alcohol, from all because I went 10 years clean, and then I started drinking again when I was married to my ex-wife. So we were drinking like every day bottles of Jack. So I was like this all the time still. So I get myself sober, and we were supposed to leave, but the tour got postponed till February. So here I am. I'm doing pretty good. The second gig of the tour is in Austria, and we pull up, and it's at a bar with a statue of Jack Daniels on top of the bar.
No.
I mean, it was bigger. It was bigger than any Jesus cross I've ever seen in my life. This guy's standing on. It was a Harley bar. And it was in Austria, and it was sponsored by Jack Daniels. The entire bar had Jack Daniels stuff, and that was my drink.
Jesus
so I did everything. I made it through it. Although Chris didn't make it so well through it. Whatever meal he had that day came out on the floor. So it was pretty cool.
Did you guys take a trip on the train when you were in Austria?
No,
too soon.
No, we did not. It's funny, man. You drive through some of these driving through the old country of Germany and stuff like that. You don't see much shit going on there, man. It's like really sewn up pretty tight there. It's not like driving through the north end of Hartford or something like that.
So you guys do a lot of festivals in America, say like the Rocklahoma, stuff like that, and you're on the same bill with, like you're saying, all grades of '80s genre. We'll call it, from the Bullet Boys to Great White to Rat, and all the heavy hitters. And I see you guys have been part of that scene in the last few years.
Right.
Nationally, I mean, that's got to be a hard thing to kind of really, you got to be in front of 50, 60, 70,000 people at a time?
Well, Rocklahoma was really huge, except for the fact that the day that we played, it was pouring rain at Rocklahoma. In fact, not only was it pouring rain, it just, a tornado hit the next day. And blew over the smaller stage.
Oh shit!
But we've played some really big festivals, especially in Europe. My first gig I ever played with House of Lords, and we were so green, we weren't even ready. Was with Queensryche, Whitesnake, Twisted Sister.
Wow!
I mean, everybody. Hanoi Rocks. It was this big thing in Spain.
That's
Lorca,
awesome.
Spain, down by the African border. You said, have I ever been to Africa? So I have been.
I've got an army to raise, and I must get to Nicaragua. I require a window seat and an in-flight Happy Meal. And no pickles! Oh, God help you if I find pickles.
I tell you, the hairdressing bill at that show must have been through the roof.
Oh, unbelievable.
How much Aquanet was there backstage?
Actually, that was the Aquanet thing. It was the hair down thing.
It was that time where everyone had it was
this was just in 2006.
In 2006.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
So basically,
that was the Friends era.
That's the reason that Africa has that big desert, because you guys killed the ozone.
We killed everything.
But I mean, if you look at some older pictures of joined forces with Jimmy, I mean, the hair, it's like looking at a younger Nikki Sixx back in the day.
I had the best palm tree hair there ever
Dude,
was.
that was insane.
I did. You know how I did that? You had to have a layered haircut. It had to be all cut in layers. And I had to do this thing called palm teasing. And what you do is you take your palm of your hand and you mat your roots as hard as you can. You mat all over your head, and your roots do something. I don't know. You just
really.
Yeah, I had to mat it like this, and I'd take a pick, pull it out, and spray Aquanet Extra Super Hold on it, and it would stick out like this.
Now, let me ask you a question. Now that we're talking about hair.
Uh-oh.
You know where I'm going, right, buddy?
Yeah, I do.
What's with the fans at the concert? Actually, not the fans, the people, the actual fans.
The fan?
The fan.
The fan, yeah.
The fan blowing my hair around?
Yes.
Well, here's the deal.
To me, that's hot, but I mean, don't call me gay.
I think it just started because it's like 800 degrees. In those places.
Well,
Like,
it actually...
Jesus Christ.
Is it a hair thing?
It is a hair thing for me. Here's the thing. For some reason, every other person I play in a band with somehow manages to keep their hair out of, like, back enough. Even their hair, if it's longer than mine, they manage somehow to figure out how to keep their hair back and not come in their face. My hair all goes directly in my face. I look like Cousin Ed.
Like Sunday.
Right. So I have this fan blowing to try to keep the hair to push away from my face. But, I mean,
it almost gives you like a supermodel look.
It does. I look like...
I just wanted to go supermodel
I look like
work.
I look like a black-haired Fabio.
So you're actually using the fan as a hair product.
Yeah, I use the fan as a hair product and as a prop.
And Dan, let me tell you, when I watch it, it moves also gently.
It does.
It moves one blade at a time.
It goes up a little bit. Oh,
Yeah,
I've had women like absolutely love that. They just say that is just cool.
I'm just waiting for you to go on stage with a white dress and start singing "Mr. President." Happy birthday.
So you look back at some of these videos and you're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Well, some of the pictures, some of the people that come out and take photos, they get some great shots. If they get it where the fan just happens to be blowing and a hunk of my hair is out like this,
Could a fan do anything for our latest rocker here?
Would you stop? Would you put that away?
That's Mr. Don over here.
Put that
Is
away.
that a year ago? Yeah.
That's his pubic hair.
Armpit hair. That was beautiful.
I told you I shave.
Those came off as nipples.
So, I mean, you've got like 1,000 things going on. And I mean, I could go on and on with the bands, which I definitely want to do. But I really want to touch on a subject. You get, and I want to call it a privilege, to work for the WWE right now. And I mean, not just right now. You've been working with the WWE for many years as you do theme songs for a lot of the wrestlers. And I'm going to try to guess on the most current one, which would be Curtis Axel, which is Mr. Perfect's son.
Right.
And you actually got to do his theme song.
I did a track for him. Now, here's the thing, though. The WWE is really cool. Like I'll go down there. I've done tracks for them, whether they use it or not. I don't. I get paid. Now they have a music director there, Jim Johnson.
Jim Johnson, yeah.
Yeah, he's been there since like 1982 or whatever.
No,
He
my
saw
boy
a video.
works for the editing. My boy Dennis, he works editing for it.
Oh, does
so
he?
that's why I was like,
Yeah.
look, I'm gonna talk to him tomorrow. He's the white guy.
Yeah.
The white guy.
So Jim saw a buddy of mine brought a DVD down. A buddy of mine that used to do camera there brought a DVD of me playing, and Jim saw it. And literally the next day after Jim saw that DVD, he called me, and they called me down, and that was in 2006. And I've been down to WWE ever since. Whenever they don't call me all the time, but whenever they need whenever he wants some wild guitar done, like some wild solos or something extremely heavy, they'll call me. But I've played on all kinds. I've done like theme tracks. I've done like the SmackDown theme. I've done but I've done countless wrestlers. I mean, I can't read. Some of the wrestlers I've done aren't even in the
industry.
They're not even wrestling anymore.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
all.
Is it called Reborn? The one for Curtis Axel, Reborn.
I don't know. I don't know if it's called. If that was it, it might be. But they didn't. But they ended up not using the track that I did. I did the big show.
Really?
Oh,
yeah,
really?
They went. Here's a different. I wrote when I got there. They didn't. Jim didn't have an idea of what they wanted. He goes, Jimmy. He goes, I'm going into this blind. He goes, I don't know what they want. So I kind of made a suggestion to him. I said, well, let's take the theme. They were going to use some of Mr. Perfect's theme, and bum bum
And
bum,
kind of mix it
bum,
together.
bum. Yeah, they wanted to use a little of that and then bring it in. So I said, well, let's try an AC/DC vibe on it. Let's try like a straight rock thing on it. And Jim really liked it. It all in the end, it all goes down to what Vince likes. If Vince thinks it's right for the wrestler or not. So I've done a bunch of things. I did, Edge. I've done something for Triple X and Shawn Michaels. I forgot what they
DX.
DX. Yeah, I've done that. I did Randy Orton. I did. Countless number, even a couple of the girl champion that was for Melina.
Yep.
I did her.
So that song from DX, that's your riff.
They're not my riffs. They're all Jim Johnson's riffs, but he has me play on them.
I got you.
Yeah, he'll if he wants something like really wild done to it, like they redid the Big Show's theme not too long ago,
right.
and they had me redo the Big Show's theme. They had me come in and
Did
just.
you do the original one?
No.
Yeah, because I was going to say, dude, there's no way you could have done that.
No, I didn't do it.
It's a big show.
No.
It's a real
I did.
big
You know which
show.
one?
I'm like, really? I'm like, how could he have?
No, that wasn't me.
I was like, there's no way you did anything to do it.
If you go back though and find the first track of the Miz, I don't know. You know who the Miz is? The very when he first came out, there's a guitar track I did. And it starts off with this wild two-handing tapping thing, and that's me doing this stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's like so many of the WWE stuff that I've done.
That's awesome. I love the Degeneration. Oh, Danny had it kicking. I love that shit. Fucking love that song. Man.
I'll tell you what, though. Working with Jim Johnson,
it's got to be a pleasure, right?
It is the coolest thing in the world. I mean, when I get that phone call, you know why they call me too? Is because I'm such a I set my life up for things like this. Yeah, I set my life up just so I could. Nope, that's not the one.
That's not the one.
No, you got to go way back to the Miz's first theme. You'll hear this wild two-handed tapping thing. It's like the Miz's original theme, and he'll call. He could call me anytime, and I've never said no. I can't make it.
That's awesome.
It's like he's called me sometimes at like 4:00. It said, "Is there any chance you could get down here? I know it's an hour away from me." I go, "Yeah, I'll be down." And the thing is that. Not to mention the money's great when you get to go, but it's such an honor.
That was actually a question for that.
Yeah,
Zach
I was
had.
curious because if you're gonna,
Is that it?
This is big.
That is awesome. That's badass.
Play the beginning of it again. You'll hear it. Play it from the top.
holy shit,
That's sick.
dude, that was diesel. Was that all cabbage? Dude, that
is fucking sick. See, now look at the smile on Jimmy's face right now.
That's like
You gotta understand, how many people all over the world heard this every single night? This is what the thrill of it is like.
That was
Monday
like
night.
Malmsteen caliber tapping. That was like, that was solid, man. That was really
I mean,
good.
the WWE is broadcasted all over the world.
Yeah,
it's a huge show. I think it's like 100 million viewers.
Well, Raw is the longest running show ever not to be canceled. It's the longest show that's ever been on TV. So, for me to hear my
in like 20 years or something like that. It's
Yeah,
literally been on for like 20
ridiculous.
years. The next closest was Soul Train, but that had to switch around from station to station to station. It got canceled. Another station would pick it up. Raw has never been canceled, and your songs have been featured on it. Like, I remember hearing this song. I mean, I never knew it was you that did these songs. You know what I mean? Like, because when the guys came out to the instrumental openings, it was way better than when they came out to like, it's a big, big show.
So, how long does something like this take you?
Sometimes it takes me. I've been
Listen
in
to
it.
that. That's insane, dude. That's awesome.
I've gone into the WWE, and here's what it's like. Sometimes these things have to be done on like immediately. Like, here's the deal. Like, when I walk in there, I'll be I won't even have my guitar out of the case yet. Jim is really business. It's like he'll come outside and say, "Hey, Jimmy, how you doing?" So and so. As soon as you walk into the recording studio part, it's like that song is being played. Okay, this is what I need you to do. I don't even have my guitar strapped on me yet, or my pedals plugged in or nothing. He's telling me what needs to be done because I've done things for Europe, and Europe is a few hours ahead sometimes that have to be aired that night. Like, I've done Monday Night Raw shows all the time, and like a lot of times they have to have it all done for Monday Night Raw, like all set, ready to go within like within a couple hours, that song's going to be
So do
aired.
they have their own like producers, mixers right there in the building?
They do it all right there
yeah.
at the WWE. They have a separate building. It's not, when you go down and you see the big corporate building on Exit 9.
It's the smaller ones in that gate. That little
Yeah, it's in that gate
Yeah.
thing. You go around the corner down Hamilton.
So wait, Jimmy, did they tell you like, all right, I need you to imagine Edge bashing the Big Show with a chair from off the top ropes? Create for me.
No. He just kind of says that I need you to do this type of vibe, and he'll kind of sing what he wants me to do, or he'll tell me either to go nuts or go crazy or just do whatever it is you want to do, and it'll be really cool. So I just go there and just do the best I can. And it's like I said, it's a big thrill for me. I've gotten to go to a bunch of the WWE shows live.
That's got to be awesome.
And that's even cooler, like sitting in the arena. Like I was at Mohegan Sun for a bunch of them, and then all of a sudden I'm sitting there hearing myself play guitar over the ring. I go, this is me, this is me.
That's awesome, man. Hell yeah. So you
Definitely a good feeling.
You get the comp thing from the WWE, and you know.
Oh yeah. Well, I would call them and say, hey, I want to go to a thing. I'd have like the best seats in the house, like right down by ringside.
Well,
and everything.
I'm just gonna have to put this out there. You need 10 extra tickets, brother. I mean, are you fucking kidding?
Dude, I've gone to
I wish I was down there
You
as
guys
much
don't
as I
want to go
used
to
to.
a wrestling event with me.
No,
Last
actually,
time I
probably-
went, we
My
So
friend
gay.
gets them all the time. He's like, we need seat fillers. So I'm sitting there right in front with there'll be people like him and the wrestler's family. And I'm like, who are you? A black guy. I'm a seat filler. I'm just sitting here to take up space. I'm sorry.
bullshit. He comes with a sign.
You only need 9 tickets. Don't worry about me. I'm good.
Yeah, me and Pete will find something fun to do.
So that's got to be.
Pete will be
just-
outside selling rocks.
That's got to be like the
Wait,
most
Stanford?
amazing.
If I could go down to WWE
Every
once
day.
a week, every day. Once a week, every day. Once it doesn't even happen once a month. It's like whenever they really need something, But I'm always there, man. I at his beck and call. I went there. Roy was having a big memorial party at Chad's house. They were having one of their big, huge, and I got called on Memorial Day on that Monday.
No
He says,
shit.
"I know it's Memorial Day. You want to come down?" I said, "Absolutely." I was just going to a party with a bunch of drunk guys, and I was going to be kissed by men all day. I go,
Wow.
"Absolutely."
That is so cool, man.
Well, actually, I have another CD loaded. Come to My Kingdom.
Come to My Kingdom.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
this was the second CD I did with House of Lords.
great album, man. Great album.
Yeah, this is the title track. I think we're going to play. This has a big keyboard intro with a little guitar thing, and then we go right into the song. The song's about.
I love keyboards.
Yeah, keyboards are awesome in this stuff.
Definitely.
And the song is basically about a girl who made a deal with the devil, and she forgot she made the deal, and now he's coming to collect.
Nice.
And that's what it's about.
Nice.
Kind of like Candace.
No, dude, you should have quizzed us on it afterwards to see if we figured it out.
Candace is a devil. And
Okay, I
she's
lied.
taking your soul.
The song's about a nice chick on a date.
Candace.
Be honest, it's about some coke you did back in '89.
Absolutely.
And what's this track called again?
Snorting the light off the girl's tit or something.
That's the name of the track.
I think
It's called Uvulas.
What's the name of this
means
one?
areolas, Jimmy.
This one's
He
called
just-
Come to My Kingdom.
Come to My Kingdom.
No, I meant Uvulas.
Come
fucking
Thank you. Come to
ripping.
my kingdom.
man. Wow, man.
Don't you know your drummer is tough,
man.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to hear the track for the other CD, the Cartesian Dreams, the title track. That one.
He said Caucasian Dreams.
I did not say that.
Martin, you got to see.
It starts out with a cotton riff.
You got to see him live, man. You know, I mean, the music sounds great on the disc and everything, but when you see him live, dude, it's a different animal.
This
man.
track right here, Cartesian Dreams, it's pretty heavy. It's got that, it's got a slower groove in it. But the drumming in it. Wait till you hear it. It's nope, that's track 2. This is it, Cartesian Dreams. Are you going to play it now? All right, play it now.
You want to play it now or you want to wait?
Yeah, we can go.
I like the entrance. That entrance is. I like that.
That sounds like a donkey coming on stage.
Cartesian Dreams.
Man,
Caucasian Dreams, the name of the song. It's called Picking Cotton.
That was sweet, man.
That is some crazy stuff.
That's
right
the
there.
title
Please,
track.
if it was
That the
Caucasian
third.
Dreams, it'd be dreaming about bigger penises. Let's be real.
Well, it is the top of the hour, but I do definitely have some more questions for you.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, we're gonna before we go into our break, we got 2 minutes left. Is it hard to play as a left-handed player?
No, because he's left-handed.
No, it's actually no different at all.
It's not?
I can't even. Let's put it this way: I can't even hold a guitar right-handed. I could take a right hand, like I could take that guitar behind you, that right-handed guitar. I could hold it up left-handed and play it with the strings upside down a bit. Like, I could play like that because I worked in music stores for a while, and I had to learn how to demo the guitars a little bit. So, and every guitar is right-handed. So, if some mom came in and wanted me to to hear what their guitars sound like for their
So
kid.
A would have to be Z, basically.
Well,
Being
basically,
upside down?
when I play, my strings are the right way. Like my low E's, my fat string is up on top. Just like if I was holding it right-handed. It's just what the problem is being left-handed is getting guitars. It's like they cost a lot more money, and it's very rare that you'll ever walk into a music store and find like good left-handed guitars. It's usually like that quality of a left-handed guitar,
Right.
something less quality, not like something real high-end. So like all of my SGs that I play, I've had like some really Les Paul's expensive. Like I usually buy 6 of them or something. Something ridiculous. I try to get. I've had endorsements. Like I get my Hamer endorsements. I was with Dean also and stuff, and it's just really hard to get left-handed guitars.
You pay, I owe you.
I've actually seen that firsthand, Pete. Back when Gilo's was open out in East Hartford, if I'm not correct.
Gilo's, yeah. I played there 19 years. Can you believe that?
I
Every
know,
Thursday
with
for
the
19
Tramps.
years.
And that's
the longest house gig I think in the world.
That's
19 years.
Yeah, another band. He's in Tattered Tramps. They were the house band every single
He's
Thursday.
like a whore for bands, isn't
I
he?
know. He knows,
He knows
everything.
everything. He knows my career. He's a good man.
No, I was talking about you.
No, but that's
You're in so many bands.
I'm a band whore.
Well,
I really am.
How do you remember every playlist, or do you have to write it down?
I don't remember the people's names.
Sounds like me at the show.
I was actually working for Joey Aparo at the time, being his drum tech, and he came in with a couple guys, and they asked him to sit in. He sat, grabbed a stool, took one of Sean Norris's guitars, turned it upside down, and played Hot Rod Lincoln.
Yeah, Hot Rod Lincoln. That's me.
I know you've done a lot of shows. You've been in a lot of places. I'm sure you don't remember that, but I remember it specifically because it was the very first time I ever seen a left-handed guitarist take a right-hand guitar, turn it upside down, and just fucking whip it right out like it was nothing, man. It was awesome, man.
I'm kind of like a freak of nature. I don't know what it is. Listen, when I started playing guitar, I was a drummer first. Well, I played a lot of other instruments, but drums. I started at 10 years old, and I won a scholarship for drums from the Hartford Conservatory. Like I was a rudiment drummer and everything, and then I went to I started playing. The guys left their guitars in my house one time, and I fell in love with the guitar. It just went crazy. So once I took the guitar up, and I fell in love with the guitar, and I practiced the guitar nonstop, day and night. I mean, no one had to tell me to practice. I had the guitar in my hand. I don't even feel comfortable like half the time when I don't have a guitar. It seems like when I have a guitar slung on me, I'm at my normal self. You know,
it's kind of like Lynn and Candace when they got nuts hanging on their chest.
It's funny. I was just thinking. It's kind of like Peter with his dick in his hand all the time.
No, you had to go like that.
All right, dick between his fingers all the time.
Candace and Lynn are our cellists of the show.
So I did notice that the
cellists.
the Tattered Tramps will be playing at Z's Corner. And
yeah, I just did a show with. I did a show with them just recently, but I am doing another place at another one on August 31st.
That's cool that you guys are still going.
Yeah, we still get
That's
together.
awesome.
I really like playing with them. You know, I don't get to do it that often.
That's very cool.
Don,
man.
stop being a stalker.
Dude, you know what? I've been in the scene since I was a teenager, but then I got out of it for 10 years, and I've kind of got back into it.
He had a lot of catching up to do.
A lot of catching up to
I like
do,
how he said
right.
it like he was going to be like, listen, I have been stalking him for a long. It's not going to stop now.
No, you know what, man? When you're a musician, your eyes kind of, you want to catch what's going on no matter, what band it is. If it's a new band, if it's an established band, I kind of try to keep my eyes open and see what's going on and see how, see what the scene's like, see who's playing where and all of that shit. Kind of got to keep your eye open, So
I'm just amazed that you remember all of these facts and everything about him, but you can't remember your sodas for delivery. I just don't understand that.
He probably. I don't really hide anything back on. I
No,
really enjoy Facebook page.
Yeah.
It's like I put everything out there. It's like people say to me, "Why do you say so much? So much of your personal life?" I go, "Look at." People are going to find out my personal life one way or another.
Thank you.
Because here it is.
Thank you.
No, it's true because I've had so many things said about me that totally aren't true. One of my greatest things is that happens to me all the time is people saying they're related to me or people that say they're related to me and people that claim to have played in bands with me that I don't even know who they are. So this happens all the time. So I said, what the hell? People are going to either find out some way, make up the wrong story. I might as well just put it on Facebook. What's really going on? What the fuck do I care who knows about my life?
Exactly. That's what I say.
Me and Jimmy Bill are cousins.
We are.
Well, so I mean, with all of this band stuff that you've got going on, and I mean, we still haven't even touched Break Wall that's going to be coming out, Max Explosion, and I mean, all of these projects, these original projects that you have going on, for the most part, involve one of our guests in 2 weeks, your brother Chris McCarville.
Yeah, he's incredible,
bass player extraordinaire.
He's wait till Chris is like really talented.
He is.
I mean, he's just Chris. I kind of call Chris. With the Max Explosion project, he's like I think he's always wanted to be a front man, because he's that flamboyant.
Absolutely.
He is. So
now, for none of you that don't,
he's flamboyant.
For any of you that aren't familiar with Max Explosion, they each have a character name.
Not anymore.
Oh, you don't have.
No. We actually ditched that whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Here's what happened. We had this big whole thing planned that we were doing. We did our opening show was at All Stars in Manchester. We had this whole thing. We let a different guy that was supposed to mix us. We let this guy come up and mix us, and the show. Besides a big fight that happened with the Hells Angels and somebody out in front of the club, where every police in the state was at All Stars blocking the driveway, there was a big fight there. And the show was a disaster. Our first show, opening night, was a disaster. The sound was horrendous.
Wow. That's a house.
Chris was a little sick that night. He couldn't get the notes out. So the first show was we were freaking out because we were going like, oh my God, what a terrible start for all the press that we did for it.
Yeah, and then I seen that there was like an apology and our next show and stuff like that.
But we killed it the next two shows. We did like really good, and recently we went down to just a 3-piece. The other guitar player Chuck Beckman, he's just pursuing his own normal stuff. Because basically, Chuck could play guitar, but he was just playing rhythm guitar for me. He was just kind of like,
go ahead, I'm sorry.
The blonde hair guy.
Yeah, no, he was. Wasn't that Chris's guitarist in?
He's in in Samurai Cab Company.
Okay.
So Chuck's just doing another project now. It works out better anyway because we sound so much tighter as a 3-piece.
Yeah.
It just because me, BJ, and Chris have been working together for
years.
Even before House of Lords, the Mike Facera record, the MVP record, was the first time me, Chris, and BJ actually played together.
Oh,
so
no shit.
Yeah, it goes way back.
Wow, that's awesome, man. Now we've had Freedom's Reign on here. Are you familiar with them guys?
Great.
The album kicks ass, man.
Yeah.
The artwork looks great. I mean, I can't wait to see them guys live. I mean, there's been a couple chances at Cooks. I just haven't been able to get out there.
Yeah, they're totally friends of mine for a long time.
Yeah, man, I really got to get out there.
I'm really grateful to have, still, I'm one of the only, fucked up people that's still in the music business. that like everybody else that I know that's my age has like
dropped out.
That's dropped out, gotten married, and got a real life and makes real money and has a real job. But I'm the only one diehard, sick in the head person that continues to, strive for, certain goals and stuff.
Those people
and
that
I
have a job
refuse
and
to
stuff,
give it up. I just won't.
They're
do
jealous of you. Okay, like my husband's a drummer. He's jealous.
Well,
he wishes
I don't know if
could do
he's
his
jealous.
passion.
Well, I'm sure he's not jealous when he's bringing home that nice paycheck
I
because
don't
that
know
makes
about that. But
That's
you're
the
following
problem
your
when you
dream.
go.
You're living your dream. You're living your passion.
Right, but you also, a lot of times, you live from paycheck to paycheck, and that's really tough. Sometimes I have amazing weeks, sometimes I have amazing months or stuff, and then other times it's like, oh my God.
So you've been
what?
This guy's trying to Skype it. This guy's trying to Skype in, but he can't. He says you're not online.
There's a lot of projects you've been in throughout your career and whatnot, and one of them I'm going to mention because my singer Zoltan Namath,
Zoe,
that's my singer.
Oh, Zoe's
yeah, and he
I
just
love
chimed
Zol-
in over here. He's listening to the show tonight, and he says hi. What's up?
Oh my
man?"
God, I love Zoe.
And you did a couple tracks, if I'm not mistaken,
on that record right behind you, I think.
on his album right there, Ready
Yeah.
to Fire.
Yeah.
So
I've known Zoli for a long.
Who the fuck
time.
has it? You know, every time
Yeah.
I mention his name, oh my God, Zoli, man. So yeah, that's
so
my.
does he know about Zoltan having?
Zoltan went through prostate himself.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, and went
Yep.
under the knife and.
No, he called me and talked to me about it and stuff like. I can't believe how many. You know, they say that. I've learned so much about this, even though I refuse to do research. But you can't help to learn. I'm the laziest motherfucker there is. But you can't help to realize they say that every man, if they live long enough, will get prostate cancer. If you live long enough, you will eventually get it. Prostate cancer runs in my family. My grandfather died from it. 2 of my uncles have had their prostates removed. It was just a matter of time. I've had an enlarged prostate since like 2006. And it just ended up turning cancerous, so it was one of those things.
Well,
I had to have it removed.
They say everybody's born with cancer. It's just a matter of when it comes out and how you live your life or what. But
I'm going through shit though. I'm telling you. I mean, I'm not ashamed to say because women are here in the audience. I mean, in the room with me. It's just like when it. Well, okay. I mean, when a guy gets his prostate out, it takes a while for him to be able to function again.
Right.
It could take up to a year. And things are just starting to work again for me a little bit. It's been
See,
7
Candace,
months.
every time he say I can't fuck you, that's the reason.
Yeah, because he's got something with his prostate. Just remember
my
that.
prostate is swollen.
The thing that people need to know is that if you go for an exam and you catch this early, you can cure it.
Yeah,
you can
it's the
stop
easy,
it.
It's the slowest moving cancer.
Right.
But
you need to get that exam.
Yeah, you need to get
no
it
matter
done.
how embarrassed you are, you're not going to remember it afterwards. You
Fuck
need to get that
Max.
exam.
I'm a Peter Griffin. Ain't nobody sticking
no,
shit up my ass.
My stepfather just died of that. There's
2 of us.
I really have to ask you how
from Agent Orange.
I'm
from
in
the
my 30s. No
Vietnam
one's
War.
sticking their hand in my ass.
You don't have to do it till you're 40.
Yeah.
I really got to ask you, with all of these projects you do and everything you're involved with, and you're really like right in the heat of the battle right now with your treatments and everything. How in the hell are you able to get up on that stage and do what Jimmy Bell does? I mean,
well, it's what I had my prostate out January 8th. I had a pretty aggressive cancer. Apparently, I asked them. I knew it was going to happen, and I said,
Were you
"Listen,
getting exams regularly?
not kind of, but I knew I was going to have to go in because I was." Getting up like 1 million times in a night, pissing, and nothing was coming out. It was hurting for me to go. I finally went, and for your PSA level, they say is supposed to be about a 4. Mine was a 22.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Yeah, it was off the charts. So they knew something was wrong. They did the biopsy. 3 of the biopsies came back cancerous.
Wow.
So what they had to do is. They wanted to remove my prostate. I said, "Is there how long can I live if I don't get this operation?" Because I didn't want to not be able to fuck and shit like that. I wanted to be able to, that's
Well,
a
you
lot.
wouldn't if you were dead. So it's
right.
good.
It's a big deal for me, though. Still, and I just like the doctor says, Jimmy. He goes, I can't even guarantee you 5 to 10 years.
Wow.
And so he says, your cancer's pretty aggressive. I need to get it out. The problem that occurred is they took my prostate out, but my cancer was to the outside of my prostate. So when they removed it, they didn't get all the cancer out. So I went for another PSA level, and it was now all of a sudden I had to. Now I've been going through 38 treatments of radiation. 38 treatments of radiation. I go every single day, except for the weekends. But I mean, I'm only there 15 minutes. I go there at 8 o'clock every morning. I lay on this table. This machine circles me. It's like I know I'm being cooked from the inside out. You don't feel anything, because it's radiation.
So
but
you've been doing this for 7 weeks straight?
Yeah, I'm on my last 7 right now. So I've done 20 some or no 30.
So now, does the radiation take anything, your energy, take
The
anything?
over the past. As of the beginning of July, I've started feeling the effects of the radiation. What's happened to me is, first off, now I'm starting to pee like crazy. They said that was one of the side effects. You might feel a little burning. They said I haven't felt really any burning.
You're talking about my 80s.
Yeah.
Peeing and burning in 3 different directions.
Yeah, and the only thing, there's no green drip coming out. So I'm getting. I've had that a little bit of side effect. But the only thing is now I get tired. I could actually fall asleep in the afternoon if I have to. But there's been a few gigs that it's been really hell for me on the stage. I'll tell you the thing you were all at on Sunday.
The pig roast?
Yeah, the pig roast. Now, that was a lot for me because even though we were under a tent, the sun happened to be right on my side. And me, the only guy with long hair.
I'll tell you what, though. You
and dressed in black.
You didn't look it. You looked, you always... I've been to a lot of your shows with Bottoms Up and everything, but every time you do a show, you always have that great smile on your face.
I'm happy when the only time in my life, I've said this. It's kind of a sad thing, but the only time I'm extremely happy with my life is when I'm on stage playing, and it seems like as soon as the guitar amp shuts off, I have this massive depression that I go into.
But I see it in your face when you look at somebody, and when they're looking at you, and you look at you did it with me Sunday. It's not gay or nothing, but when you see somebody if you see somebody staring at you, admiring what you're doing, you look back at them and you give them a smile, like, "Hey, thank you for watching me."
I listen. I love my fans. I love the people that have come. I've had a tremendous amount of support throughout my entire music career. I've never been one of these musicians that have been like an egomaniac. Like I've met a bunch of them. Yngwie Malmsteen, for one. Eddie Van Halen was a complete asshole to me when I met him. Neil Schon from Journey is the biggest dick you'll ever fucking meet.
I've heard that.
Yeah, he's a total asshole. So
kind of like Chaz.
Yeah. I haven't heard about those guys too much, but I'm not messing up anything.
Listen to the show tomorrow.
Shit! I'm sorry. They might hear you.
So I've always tried to keep a level head. If someone asks me to do things like, I got asked to judge a Battle of the Bands the other day in Enfield for kids. There was no money involved. It was on a Saturday. The guy said it would mean so much to me if you would be a judge at this. I did it.
That's awesome.
It's not about the money. It's about helping somebody out that really appreciates the fact that
Don't
you
tell me that, because I do a breast cancer benefit every year.
Oh my God, Jimmy, that's your key out of this, man. A reality TV show Battle of the Bands type thing where you'd be like the Randy. That's your ticket out of this. You gotta pitch that to VH1 or something.
Yeah, but he'd have to play every day. He'd be like, I want to play the intro. I want to play the outro. The commercials, I want them to be
we have to go to break. It's 10:15.
That's good.
All right,
hey,
quick break.
I appreciate you going over, bro.
No problem. Of course, this is worth it, man. You having fun?
Oh, I'm having a ball, man.
All right, good. We'll be right back.
When we come back, we got the vice president of Comic-Con.
And some more of Jimmy Bell.
Yeah.
So we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. You're listening to Peter Pinhole, and you're lucky.
Candace, the kids are driving me nuts. Maybe we should rent the Velcro wall and throw the kids against it.
That would be considered child abuse.
Only if we get caught.
You do realize my mom's a cop, right?
Yeah, so what?
Okay, how about this? If you're in need of any form of bounce houses, call Jump and Bounce Fun, located in Naugatuck, Connecticut. They have a wide range of bounce houses.
They have water slides, boxing rings, joust, all sorts of inflatable outside fun. So give Jump and Bounce a call at 203-490-9059 and tell them that the show sent you. Once again, call Jump and Bounce Fun, serving New Haven, Fairfield, and Hartford counties, and are fully insured.
Call Jump and Bounce Fun at 203-490-9059. Also like them on Facebook or hit them up on the web at jumpbouncefun.com.
your place, and now you got to freak me out. Scream so loud, getting fucking laid. You want me to stay, but I got to make my way. Hey, you're crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it. When I dream, I'm doing you all night. Scratches all down my back to keep me right on. Hey, you're crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it. When I dream, I'm doing you all night. Scratches all down my back to keep me right on. Take it all, the paper is your game. You jump in bed with fame. Another one not paid in full. You're so fine, it won't be a loss. Cashing in the rocks, just to get you face to face. Hey, you're crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it. When I dream, I'm doing you all night. Scratches all down my back to keep me right on. Hey, you're crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it. When I dream, I'm doing you all night. Scratches all down my back to keep me right on. Crazy bitch, crazy bitch, crazy bitch. Hey, you're crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it. When I dream, I'm doing you all night. Scratches all down my back to keep me right on. Hey, you're crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it. When I dream, I'm doing you all night. Scratches all down my back. Come on, baby girl. You want it all. To be a star, you have to go down. Take it off, no need to talk. You're crazy, but I like the way you fuck me. Hey, you're crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it. When I dream, I'm doing you all night. Scratches all down my back to keep me right on. Hey, you're crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it. When I dream, I'm doing you all night. Scratches all down my back to keep me right on. You keep me right on. You're crazy, but I like the way you fuck me. Because I
Oh, shit.
Yeah, just gotta turn everybody on.
I'm not on.
You're
I'm on.
now. You're good.
You're on.
All the smart pokers are outside.
Yeah.
It's like musical chairs. People are waiting for the last one to sit down. Or
Our bar is running low.
Oh no,
Shit.
the bars.
Get that guns out of my
That's
face.
a legitimate problem right there.
So, I mean, I really have to touch on a subject before it gets
Did this
past
dude
us.
Skype in yet? Because I just told him to. I said Skype you now.
There he
is. Skyping in right now.
After this.
Shall receive.
Yellow, Dr. Yoshi.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes, Dr. Yoshi, or you could just call me by my real name.
You know what? Not to make funny or anything, but you definitely sound like a comic guy.
I was saying, yes, hey, what's up, Rye? It's Zach. I'm the gentleman that spoke with Leo and set this wonderful interview up. And
Your video's off, buddy, by the way.
Well, yeah, that's because I have my webcam put away.
Okay.
You don't want to see me right now.
Let me guess, you got a microphone in your hand and it's not made of metal.
It's a working microphone, so that's a start.
yeah, so as you can imagine, we're kind of like a comedy show here. I just want to give you a second to plug the Kineticon real quick. I believe it's kineticon.org is where you can find all the information.
Absolutely. Kineticon.org is the place you want to go. We also have a Twitter, which is Kineticon, and a Tumblr for all those super nerds out there, which is ctcon.tumblr.com.
Yeah, I read a lot of incest stories when I beat off on Tumblr.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of questionable what Tumblr is actually for.
Tumblr is
first to admit that.
Tumblr is for nerds like me that go on there who try to find things that most nerds will try to find, which are boobies. Pretty much it amounts to breasts of various sizes and shapes, either for comic purposes or for masturbation. But so, Ryan, who's going to be at the convention this weekend?
Oh, we have a huge lineup, actually. We always have some great guests at Kineticon, but this particular year, we actually reached out into the sci-fi industry. So I don't know if you're familiar with Battlestar Galactica.
What's your name, by the way? I'm sorry.
I'm Ryan.
Right. You sound like Microsoft, what's his name, when I type into the keyboard and it sounds like this.
I hope I don't sound like that.
You do.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Did I mention that I have to be on stage for like the next 4 days? So if you're telling me I sound like a Microsoft paperclip,
It's more like
It's
a
like
speak
a
and spell.
GPS.
It's more like a speak and spell. Like I want to press buttons.
Can you recite
that mechanical?
Can you recite this? Can you recite this one line for me? Take a right on Main Street.
Take a right on Main Street.
Bro, I'm sorry. I got to side with these guys on this. Buffering. But so who's going to be at the convention this weekend?
If you know anything about Battlestar Galactica, those are some of our biggest guests this year, such as Michael Trucco. And we did have Nikki Klein, but she unfortunately is off doing her new show, so she will not be here, which is unfortunate. So we're wishing her the best of luck, though. Also,
I don't screw her for failing. I want her to come back. Bitch.
If you watch the show, she lost her baby because it gets shot out the space station. So
Well, good. She, I guess, gets... I've Battlestar Galactica. Yeah, no, I've seen that. It's quite a horrifying.
Wait a minute. This is Don's, when he loses his minutes on his phone. Hi. You are now 10 minutes away from losing your phone. Please reload your track phone now. Press star to reload now.
And Ryan, I have to admit, I'm quite excited to talk to Marina Sirtis, better known as Counselor Deanna Troy. From
yes. I was just about to bring her up too.
Oh, I can't wait to hear her voice. Holy shit!
She's a sassy little lady. She's very interesting. So she will be there.
Sassy indeed.
Just very sassy.
Oh yeah,
sassy like tortillas with cheese on it.
Now, dude,
that's a good question. Does she even eat tortillas with cheese?
Listen, we got to put that on the list, man. Let me ask that one.
Can we ask questions that are like similar to that Family Guy episode? Like, I have dry sponges and they often smell. Like, what should I do about this, Patrick? I was hoping we could ask.
If you want to, go for it. Just come up with on the spot.
Yeah, I just want to come up with questions like that. Like, I have an artesian.
He sounds like a computer George Takei.
But make sure you get the fucking soundbite before you piss her off.
I will. I promise. I promise.
I love your penis.
I've actually met George Takei before. He was the judge of the most beautiful cock competition, of
He
which
felt
I
his
won.
penis.
Yes. Fondled my junk.
And George Takei.
Oh, really? Well, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Did you see this?
About
did you
Zach?
see the crap they post on Facebook?
Oh, my sentiments exactly.
I was shocked. I thought the guy was straight as an arrow.
Surprise!
And so, just real quick before we finish this up, I just want to ask you. It says that you're like the president or vice president of cosplay. What exactly?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm actually the vice president of Kineticon itself, but I do assist in the cosplay department, which is all that costuming fun stuff. Yeah, they have events too, which are super fun and awesome for the people that are really into it. People just dress up as their favorite characters and then will act as them in shows such as The Masquerade, which is kind of like a talent show of kinds. And then they have Human Chess where they battle, and Deathmatch where they also battle, and Battleship where they also battle. They really like fighting each other.
I guess so. They like.
Hang on a second. Hang on.
Sweet Christmas.
Hang on, Martin.
Oh, take a good look, fat man. And while you're at it, take pictures so I'll have something to bring to court, you wretched, filthy pervert.
Ryan, I'll give you points if you could tell me where that came from. Sweet Christmas.
The mind control device is nearing completion.
Come on.
The mind control device. The mind control device is. I've been a bawdy little monkey.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the phrase "sweet Christmas." Black superhero. Come on.
Well, first of all, you said black superhero. He would have said sweet Kwanzaa.
Licked hot chocolate from Santa's beard.
Power Man, Luke Cage. Come on, man.
It is. Oh, you're right. It is Luke Cage, isn't it?
Yes, you're supposed to be king of the
because
nerds.
he's such a prominent superhero. You know what this reminds me of? I was listening to Stern today. It was Geek Week, and they had clips of people, and they're like, "What are you dressed as?" And he's like, "Composite Superman." And they're like, "What's that?" And the guy, honestly, in response to the question, "Who's that?" said, "Ugh." Like, he was like, how do you not know who composite fucking Superman is? Like, I mean...
So I got my rental car this weekend to go on my trip, and it was a Dodge, and it was an Avenger. And the only reason why I picked that out of all the things, because I just wanted to say Avenger. Avenger.
Sultan! You realized you didn't want the car, and you're sitting there like, oh.
Were you hoping that when you put OnStar, Tony Stark would come on?
Yeah, exactly.
I have to know, man, have you ever had sex in one of the costumes?
Did you furry it?
With your not with
No,
yourself.
not a furry. I'm saying like dressed as like, a samurai, whatever sort of costume,
Yeah, but I
whatever
always call it,
cosplay.
did you furry
No,
it?
furries are when you dress.
Honestly, no. The answer is no. Most people do. So I like, I'm not in costume as much as you probably think I am. I like to get out of costume because I like to walk around in clothes that aren't 95 degrees.
I know. Oh my God! I saw a dude in a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man costume. When he pulled his head off, it was like when Eric Cartman pulled fucking the box off in the Awesome-O episode. Just that sweat matted down. It looked hilarious. And the worst part was he took the mask off in front of everybody. Who the fuck does
Damn,
that?
I just trot about all day like a beggar child on the streets of Calcutta.
I've gone to an anime convention as Kaname from Bleach and had sex with somebody else from Bleach, a female. It was awesome.
Well, listen,
You know what? Get you some food stamps.
Ryan, on that note, I just want to thank you so much for calling in and helping us promote this wonderful convention, which I will be at this weekend. I cannot wait to see you there and to see Leo there and to be at the press junket on Saturday and Sunday. Unfortunately, I can't come Friday because I have to
He's
work.
coming to see me play.
I have all my
And he's going to be
employees-
wearing a Snuggie.
I have all my employees
that
taking
his
Saturday
costume, the
night off
Snuggie?
so that
Yeah,
they can
he's
go.
got a costume named Snuggie. It's the old version of the Underoos.
Yes, I will be in full costume when I appear, except the press badge will be over the costume.
Why don't you go ahead and
What
plug...
are you going as?
I'm not going in costume. I'm going as Zach Messier. The guy,
From the
I'm going as the
prettiest
man
penis
with the most
is
beautiful
going as
cock.
Zenas.
Why
You
don't
could
you
just
go...
all dress up as each other and then confuse people.
Oh my God!
I was just saying that.
Wait. Zach, you want to go in blackface? Yeah, that's going to go over well.
Oh my God, that would be. Oh my, imagine that. Be a
Go as donkey.
No. Tie yourself up, like stitch yourself up in the middle and be a fucking Siamese twin.
That would be hilarious.
Why don't you
Well,
go?
you don't understand. Martin's black, so that's what
You can't
see
tell
us.
by his
Hey,
voice.
you could do what Matt Damon and Greg Kinnear did.
Oh god.
Martin's only black when it has to be.
Race baiting could make up for a host of limitations.
Oh, Obama's out tonight, baby. Look at what you did, Roy Oliver.
Ryan, before we let you go, I just want to say, can you get one more time? Where can we find out any information about Kineticon, the dates, and all that stuff, and where it's located?
Oh, yeah. Check it out at kineticon.org. Everything is up there. And again, Twitter is a great place to check out, which is the same thing as Kineticon at Kineticon on Twitter. So, yeah, those are the places you want to go to get any kind of information. And it's starting on Thursday, the 11th, and it's going until Sunday, the 14th.
Cool, man. I cannot wait to see you there. I won't be in costume.
Yeah,
Maybe
you too.
You know, maybe you won't be in costume. Maybe you will be. We'll meet up. We'll hang out. We'll have a beer. It sounds fantastic.
Yeah, you know what? I like the ending. I like that last part, the beer. We'll do that.
All right,
All
cool.
right.
Hey, thanks a lot for coming on and talking
thank
to us
you.
tonight.
Hey, thanks, Ryan. We appreciate it, man.
You heard me. I said
Thanks, guys.
homo.
Thank you.
Peace, bro.
All right, before we get back with Jimmy,
Awesome.
we're going to have Jimmy do that promo he was supposed to do 2.5 hours ago.
Oh, we'll definitely get that.
So what we're going to do is pull this up now.
Oh, you know what? Before we do jump into that, I do want to touch on one more subject before it does get forgotten throughout the evening. Jimmy has his own product out there on the market. And,
Brill cream?
It's called a penis enlarger.
It's endorsed by black guys everywhere.
It's an addictomy.
Hey! Someone stole that from
He is
Peter is not only a user; he's also the president.
He is the inventor of a practice tool known as the shred neck for guitarists, and I'll let Jimmy take over on that. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
It was something that I came up with. I had I always, I tried out all these practice devices, these warm-up things that were on the market, that people came out with. And every time I used one of them as, springs and stuff, and I'd use it in my hands. When I get done, my hands were going like this. I go, that's not what my hand feels like when I play guitar. This feels like I just got done lifting weights or something.
Those little springy things?
Yeah. So I said what I would really like is to have like a little bit of a guitar neck that has real strings on it. So I had a buddy of mine just make something for me. I had him put what would be the headstock with the tuners. I made that like pretend that's the body, like it's backwards. In other words, that body sits on a knee and then the neck gets slimmer to the top. I have strings on it, and I had to make it. And I just had it sitting in my car for a whole bunch of, for a couple of years, just for myself to practice it while I'm driving. Not that you're supposed to drive a car with one hand and play guitar, right?
No, you're supposed to drive and shred.
Yeah, drive and shred. You're supposed to drink and drive, and then use the shred neck.
Shred and get head.
And talk on the phone.
I like that one.
There's too much going on right now. I'm about to crash this
So
bitch.
I basically I went up to a buddy of mine's house, and he's a marketing genius. He does stuff with music products. He goes, "What's that?" And I said, "Oh, that's just something I invented. It's a little practice thing." He pulled it out and looked at it. He goes, "I could do something with this." Next thing I know, it's being made in China.
Oh, shit. Wow.
It's on like like he's got it in Musician's Friend magazine.
That's
and
crazy.
Like, it was, so. He like really ran with it. It's like he took it and stuff. It's basically, honestly, I really don't have a lot to do with it. It was just something I invented. It's he does all the money and everything and stuff. So it's kind of like it's kind of like his puppy because honestly, the thing would still be just sitting in my car if it wasn't for him. That little part, that one.
So I mean, this thing it comes with like accessories. Like there's a case.
Like
you
you could. But a lot of people buy these things. Just to put them on their mantle as a display
So it's
because
like
they're
a
really
display.
cool. Like we have Zach Wild's
you
model.
have
We
endorsements.
have endorsements. We have. I went right to Zach.
Oh,
I
you
said,
damn right
hey,
you did.
listen, you stole the Ozzy gig from me. You're endorsing my fucking shred neck.
I think you also have one of the guys from Shadows Fall.
Yeah, John Dene. I was teaching John Dene for a while from Shadows Fall. So
Hi, I'm Zach Wild, and I was browbeaten into endorsing the shred neck.
here's the Jimmy Bell shred neck. Great, thanks.
That's all you get. That's what you get out of him, right? For a favor. That's the favor they give you.
Yeah.
Right.
We did one for a shred guitarist, Jason Becker, who's I don't even know what he has, but he developed this disease where he can't play anymore. And he's in a wheelchair. And,
Really?
He used to be an amazing. He was with David Lee Roth for a while after David left Van Halen.
No shit.
And guitarist from
Why
the
couldn't that
band
disease
Loudness.
have hit some woman in the projects who has 85 kids and is going to get pregnant again? No,
Dude, you don't know what I go
guy
through.
that has a fucking God-given ability to shred, and no, it can't hit some stupid overweight diabetic crippled broad in a trailer.
You don't know. When I go down to Silent Street every morning to go to St. Francis Hospital, the
You're like,
fucking
what the
crack mothers are
fuck?
pushing their kids out in front of my car.
You're fat and lazy.
It's just amazing. It's like I think they're purposely trying for me to run them over. They hit my kid.
You have to get your prostate, you have to get blasted with radiation every fucking morning, and they're just smoking crack and popping out. It's there can't be a God. There just can't be. There's no fucking justice.
Damn you, Peter.
Crazy.
Smoke your crack at home.
So before we get into this soundbite, I want to ask you one more thing. I've heard some of your interviews with Mike Carolla. You guys have been had a great relationship over the years.
Yeah, Mike from CCC
out
is
of
great.
WCCC, man, and I've always heard him ask you the same question, is always in the same interview. So I'm gonna just throw it out there for people that have not heard it or that are tuning in now, or there's something that we haven't asked. And he asked you one time, "What do you do before a show?" And I've heard you answer this the same all times.
What do I do before I practice?
Yes,
nonstop. Well, here's the deal. If I'm doing a show that night, the guitar is in my hand from pretty much from the time I wake up in the morning. I'll practice most of the day. As soon as I get to the gig, I will practice right up till showtime. I will play the show, and if the band takes a break, I practice all during the break, and then I'll play the last set, and that's when the guitar gets put away.
No shit.
I've conditioned.
Wow.
Here's the thing: it's a mental thing, and I wish I never did it because I conditioned myself to think that I have to practice that much.
Wow.
It's like you'll very rarely not see me with the guitar in my hand on a break. It's only to go take a piss or something like that. That's the only time you won't see the guitar. Actually, I've walked into the bathroom with the guitar. Sometimes I don't even put it down for that.
Jimmy, as a wise samurai once said,
there is backsplash.
It's a perishable skill, so you must keep it honed like the blade. Yes. Keep it honed.
Wow, that's crazy.
Do you sex with it too?
Don, do you remember being at the Brad Garrett?
Oh, I absolutely do. Actually,
I was saying that
myself and Lynn, I got her. We did a Secret Santa at work, and the previous year I took her to a show and ended up being 3 Days Grace, Seether, and Breaking Benjamin. With Fear of the State, ended up winning a contest and opened up the show, and we had such a great time. And it just happened again that the next year I picked her for Secret Santa again. So I ended up taking her to go see Brad Garrett, and you were down there with your girl,
my ex-wife.
Yes, and
for some reason she decided to stand up and chat.
That
she was. She wasn't sitting with me.
conversation.
We had her and one of her friends sitting down. I was with my buddy, and we let them go down in front. And of course, she had to get up and stand up and talk. And
do you know who he is? I was like, what?
And she goes, my husband's a really great guitarist or something like that. And they go, oh, and then Jimmy Bell, and I'm going like, oh. I'm sinking in the chair.
No,
I really was. I was doing one of those things where I started going down like this, and then he goes, stand up. So I didn't stand. I just kind of raised my hand.
And then he asks him. He was like, so you're a great guitarist, huh? And he's like, yeah. And he goes, so who do you play with? He's like, I play with Earth. He's like, Dirt? Did you say Dirt?
No. I told him. I said I played with. I was trying to say members of Sabbath, and because I was thinking I thought of Geezer Butler right away, so I was going. I played with Sabbath, and he was. What are you, religious or something?
You're lucky, Dan.
When you're on the spot.
Who is he? And Don's rattling everything off.
You're lucky Dan Stack ain't here today.
Yeah, I filled Lynn in about 10 seconds who Jimmy Bell was, in a quick hurry.
That's all right.
Well, you know what? Jimmy's been around for many years, and he's like we were talking about before. You give back as much as you can, and every band that I have in here and musicians, I always
things, though. It's like as long as it's not going to cost me a fortune in gas or something like that, or like if I don't have to, I wouldn't. I'd hate to have to go to New Hampshire to do a benefit where it's costing me a lot of money in gas or whatever. But or if they said you're not going to get any money, but we'll cover any expenses. I would go something like that. It's not always about the money thing. It's always about something that if it's a great cause and stuff like that.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Those are great words. And I'm looking at the clock right now, and there's a couple things to take care of. So I think. That's going to probably wind it up with our very own CTs, Jimmy
Fuck
Bell,
that. We still got what did we learn tonight?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. So with all of that being said, the way he just ended that, I can't thank you enough with everything you've got going on personally, your schedule that you keep, and all of the projects you're in. I really, really appreciate you coming down.
It was my when I walked in. First I saw food, and I said, "Oh my God, this is." I go, "I'm coming here for sure." But I just this was one of the coolest things I've ever done because, like I said, I do most of my live radio that I do. Is always over the phone. I did a couple of them I did them with Europe a bunch of times. The one that I do every Wednesday.
The band Europe?
Well, yeah, no, it just
it's be like the final.
Sweet. But you noticed when you said that to me Sunday and all the conversations we had on Facebook, and you were like, well, what do I do? And I wouldn't give up, and I wouldn't be like, well, you got to come here. You got to come here. And you were like, Sunday to me, you were like, well, most of the phone interviews I do, or most of the radio shows I do around the phone, I'm like, yeah, but it's good to come to the show.
No.
I wasn't trying to get you on the phone.
No, I would have been missing out if I didn't come here and do this.
Well, we really
appreciate
and if you can help us out and just tell people, we've had amazing bands. Pragmatic, we've had Freedom's Reign. If you could just tell people, look, if this fucking big-headed Portuguese guy comes up to you and says, be on my show, be on it. Because
absolutely.
It doesn't sound as big as it is, but when you get there, it's so comfortable, and it does get out there. If you could,
I'll blow him.
Chris McCarville will love that.
I'll love him.
Because we help each other.
What are you, gay?
Of course, we want to have big names on here, but we always thought that having the locals and supporting locals is great, and now that we're getting bigger and having people like you on, and we have.
Well, what's good though too is that we did a lot of talking and there was a lot of cool things going on. At least when Chris comes on now, I didn't blow the Max Explosion thing.
No, actually we didn't. So he has some material.
He'll be able to play. He'll go through the whole Max Explosion thing.
So should we end the show with a Max Explosion?
Yeah, you know what? Fuck Chris.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the sound bite. We're gonna do what we learned, and we're gonna end with a song.
Absolutely.
How's that?
Let's squeeze that in.
So what we're gonna do is ask Jimmy to say whatever he wants to say, but it has to say PPRN or Peter Pinno Radio Network or whatever. So
the Peter Pinno.
Peter.
Hi, this is Jimmy Bell. You're now listening to PPRN or the Peter Pinno.
PPRN, I like that.
Yeah, PPRN is straight.
So I'm gonna count to 3, and then we're gonna do it, and probably take 15 takes.
Hey, and don't forget, it's free flow, so say whatever you want.
Say whatever you want. Exactly.
Whatever the fuck you want.
So 3, 2, 1.
This is Jimmy.
Oh, wait.
You douche.
Hold on.
Take 2 because of Peter.
Really? Off of you, motherfucker?
Right,
Just Peter being
sorry.
Peter.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
This is Jimmy Bell from House of Lords. You are listening to the greatest radio station, the PPRN network. This thing fucking rocks.
Nice.
That was perfect, dude.
All right, let's hear it.
Awesome.
Hold on, ready?
This is Jimmy Bell from House of Lords. You are listening to the greatest radio station, the PPRN network. This thing fucking rocks.
That was all sexy and shit.
That was
one
shot.
take.
Was that a good for one take?
That was good.
Cool.
Goosebumps.
That was very cool.
No, that was perfect.
No, you know how it is, bro. We're going to make you do it about 50 times and then just use it. And then we're just going to use the fucking first one.
Well, again, man, I can't thank you enough for taking the time out of your schedule and doing what you do and coming down and hanging with the silliness.
Hey,
tonight,
you know,
man.
I really didn't even think I was going to make the 3 hours because I said, I know I got to get up for radiation, but I there was a blast, man.
Awesome, man. And
I recommend this to anybody to come.
You like the comic book talk the most, didn't you?
I made a new black friend.
You finally tell someone you got a black friend. Like I shred and I have a black friend.
I'm going to bring him around with me everywhere.
Or are black people invisible to you, you racist bastard?
Hold on, ready? And
This is Jimmy Bell from House of Lords. You are listening to the greatest radio station, the PPRN network. This thing fucking rocks.
Nice. Yeah.
That's perfect.
That was in one shot.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah.
Peter trying to rock out.
So for everybody that is listening right now, we will have this available. You can download it anytime. You just go right to Spreaker.com. You search the Peter Pinot Radio Network. We're going to have it on Jimmy Bell's Facebook page tonight, and you can download it. You can put it on your phone, your iPad, your fucking portable vibrator, whatever will accept an MP3 format.
Will it go on your track phone?
It's also on our Facebook page and every one of our Facebook pages as well.
Absolutely.
And you did say this will be on PLR's page tomorrow?
Most likely, yeah. If you listen to it, you'll hear something.
It's funny.
And what have you
say
learned
that.
tonight?
It's funny you say that because
I think they're going to open up with
You know, he's been booked for an interview tomorrow on PL. Beyond Chaz and AJ tomorrow morning.
That's okay. We had him first.
They're going to open
as usual.
It's funny you say that because, you know, you take this little podcast that we do out of our thing,
Bedroom?
out of our whatever,
Let's
out
go.
of our basement, and when you walk in and someone is well in Don's eyes and everybody,
Dude, he's a legend, bro.
He's
I
a
mean,
legend.
what can you say?
And from what I've seen of you, and you hear people say, like, especially like Mike Labertino, like you guys are going to do it, and for you to walk in. But the biggest, greatest feeling in the world is when you're driving to work in the morning. And you listen to another radio show, and it does excerpts of your show.
Yeah.
You know, like at the end of the night or the end of their day, it's like, what did you learn today? Now, if you go back and listen to our show and listen to their show, our show's dated, theirs isn't. You're going to hear, what did you learn today first from us? But the thing is we know they're listening to us, and I'm not going to make fun of them. I'm going to actually applaud them.
Well,
Because
Pete,
if we're that funny to use our stuff,
You know what they're
I
going
love
to
it.
do is they're going to start their show with the Mrs. theme song tomorrow. Is
Oh,
what they're going to do.
yeah.
That would be great.
Jimmy
You're
knows.
about to get a call from PLR.
Jimmy knows this feeling. It's the same, tickle he gets, down there every time he hears Master of Insanity played by Black Sabbath.
Black
And then,
Sabbath.
every time you hear them, you're like, oh, it's so great that Dio's playing my song, like, without paying me a fucking dime. It's like they stole my shit. It's like, that's got to be horrifying, man. To like just watch thieves like in front of you, like they're dancing probably in a fucking. Oh my god, I would have killed him.
All right, so at the end of the show, what we do is we do a little thing called "What Did You Learn Tonight?"
What did we learn?
What did we learn? And we used to go this way, but Danny's
Danny's
gets
been
upset,
talking all night,
and
so-
he'll pull a blade on a motherfucker. So I don't even want to get into that.
He's part Mexican.
So we start.
No, I'm not.
So we start from Danny, and we work our way around the table.
Well, we're running out of time, so I'm just gonna make a quick.
No, we're good. Remember we started
anyways,
late.
Jimmy, I appreciate you coming.
Thank you.
Actually got like I said, Pete and I, started this a long time ago, and we actually always get goosebumps when great people come in. I learned that you were a phenomenal guitarist.
It's a total pleasure. It was all mine,
we definitely
truly.
appreciate it.
And we got it on tape now, so we
And we
can't-
got on- yeah,
we
right.
can't go on Smith and Barber tomorrow or whatever tomorrow and say that guy sucked. He just said we're the greatest. He said it.
Exactly. And I
I'll get
definitely
canned for my radio show tomorrow.
and I definitely learned.
Oh,
that-
that's right.
And I definitely learned that the show is growing big time, and it's a great feeling.
Yeah, man.
From where we started, it's a great feeling.
Absolutely.
Zach, what'd you learn?
I learned that unfortunately Mark O'Mara was unavailable tonight, the defense attorney for George Zimmerman, and he will be calling in tomorrow. So save your questions about the George Zimmerman trial for him tomorrow. Can you believe I got this guy to call in? He's going to sound remarkably like Pete through a megaphone.
Well, I got P, but not through a megaphone.
Well, my friend was like, "How did you get Mark O'Mara?" And I'm like, the same way that Howard Stern got President Obama to blame all of America's problems on the Jews. You know what I mean?
What do you got over there, donkey?
Donkey.
Hold on.
Love that.
I learned the difference between a man crush and a stalker crush. And Don, you have a stalker crush on my pal Jimmy over here.
Johnson, back in '88, you played CBGB. Then in '87, you were on tour with Ice and Earth.
He was
and
like,
then
back in '73, you were eating a cracker. How did you know I was in the bushes? With my dick out.
Do you know the only
your first pube and you were 10? I saw that. Like, this guy knows everything about you. It's
the
sick.
only thing that I had to read upon tonight was his endorsements. Other than that, that's all I had to read tonight. I knew everything else.
That is scary.
But you didn't mention that he had a radio show in Florida. I got that one.
I seen it, but I did not mention it. I did not.
That's
mention
what I
it.
learned. I learned that you know more about me than
Wait, save it. Wait, you done? All right, what'd you learn?
That's what I learned. That somebody knows more about me than I know about myself.
Donnie's our stalker.
That's all right.
Yeah, Jimmy comes up with stories, and Don's like, no, actually, it didn't happen like that. Jim. I was there.
Don's our music extraordinaire guy.
Yes, exactly.
He shuts me up every Tuesday.
And Don, just for you.
Stalker.
That's 4 times tonight, Dana.
So what'd you learn? What'd you learn
Love
tonight,
you,
Jim?
love
That's
you.
it? That's all you learned?
I learned that you really know more about my life. You brought up things that I kind of forgot about and everything. That's great that you actually did so much research and stuff. And plus, on top of it, I didn't know anything this cool was in Woket.
Have you seen the chicks here?
It's because they have a black guy.
No, that's what's cool about
It
Woket.
says it right here, black man. I
know-
knew there was a black person that was going to be sitting next to me because they have it labeled right here.
What happens is
That's what's cool about Woket. You know where every black person is.
at
this table.
What happens is you always try to keep your eyes on the stars, and Jimmy Bell just happens to be one of them guys that has kind of touched that stardom, and everybody in this area that knows Jimmy.
I'm about to cry here.
I'm telling you, man. Everybody that knows Jimmy, man, you go to see.
You know what, Jimmy? You didn't know this thing about
Danny.
Don. He's famous also. He has a movie called Shaving Ryan's
Piano, yeah.
It's out on VHS.
Beautiful.
It's a 70s porn.
But you know how you know baseball stats? I just know guys who've been in different bands. and
Don
whatnot.
does knows
guys.
You know, I was in a movie. I got to
Yeah, he told us that.
Michael J. Fox.
Yeah.
He told us that.
Now, I also remember the name of the band that it was Joint Forces at the time.
Yes.
But you guys were called the Huns in the
In the
movie.
movie, yes,
Yeah.
we were the Huns.
He told us that before you got here.
This dude was typing in shit.
You should have seen the party for that in New York City at the Hard Rock Cafe. We get out of the limousine. Do I have a quick second?
Yeah.
We get out of the limousine. And we're standing on the red carpet. You know, they had the red, and there's like all these people all lined up all up and down the streets of New York around the Hard Rock Cafe, all these photographers. And we're just kind of like, we get out of limo, we're just standing there looking around going, what the fuck is this? So someone yells out, hey, who are you guys? And we go, we're Joint Forces. And then somebody goes, Joint Forces, they were the Huns in the movie. Then all of a sudden, all these cameras were started going off like a million flashes all over the place. And then they said, somebody yells, hey, Joint Forces, People Magazine over here. So we all turned to People Magazine.
I would have been like this. Yeah!
Dude, I got a legitimate question for you, though. If that movie had been huge, you guys would have changed your name to the Huns. If that movie had been massive,
I would have changed my name to the dipshits.
Yeah, exactly. If that movie had been like massive, like Top Gun massive, the soundtrack sold like 2 million, you would have been like, we're the Huns guys. I don't care what the fuck you're saying.
You know what the problem with that whole movie is? People don't want to can't accept Michael J. Fox in a serious role.
It's hard.
They are so used to him doing Back to the Future and at the
and
time Family Ties and whatever. He had this cute comical kid thing about him. He was trying to be serious in this role. He did a good job. And he actually played guitar in that movie. Not like Back to the Future. He didn't play in Back to the Future, but he actually played guitar in that movie.
Oh, but he disappeared in
I
Back to
sat
the
with him
Future.
at lunch.
He was shaking too much.
And everything. Michael J. Fox was one of the nicest people you could ever meet. Yeah, he was very cool.
So before we get to Lynn, why did Joint Forces have to change their name to the Huns in the movie?
That's what...
Copyright.
That's what they wanted the band to. They didn't want the band to be called Joint Force. This is all when you're on a movie set. You
is
do
what
whatever.
it is.
Yeah,
What they want,
they
right?
tell you what you're going to do.
Okay, cool.
I was at makeup at 4:00 in the morning with some gay guy putting lipstick on me. And,
Martin, any money at the end of that night?
Oh, yeah.
You ever see the movie? You ever see the movie That
Was he
Thing
from
You Do to His
Connecticut?
Boyfriend?
oh my God, I love
It's
that
a great
thing
movie.
you do.
Yeah, and I was just about to say, when they did the movie, their name was The Wonders, but when they did the movie, they were Captain Geach and the Shrimp Shack Shooters. You know, what I mean? They were in a
at
fucking
one
movie.
point, but they were called The Wonders, spelled with O-N-E.
Right, and he's like, it fucks with everyone's head. It's
Yeah,
called,
yeah.
they think it's the Oneaters. You're
The
calling the Wonders.
Oneaters.
Tom Hanks is like, it fucks with everyone's head. They don't get it. They can't. It's stupid. You're just the Wonders. W-O.
That's a great.
It,
If you've ever seen that thing, you do. It's a typical
Yeah.
story of a band. Tom Hanks is in it. a band that has one hit.
One-hit wonder.
And then they disappear off the scene, but they're one-hit wonders. That's what
It's an
That's
awesome,
crazy.
classic. One of Tom Hanks' best films, very unknown.
What'd you learn tonight, Lynn?
I learned that if any of my employees call out because they're sick or anything, I'm going to be like, Jimmy Bell is going through all this and he's working. I don't want to hear any fucking shit. And 2, no excuses when you forget anything anymore at LJ's because you just remembered so many freaking facts. There's no reason, no forgetting the addresses, no forgetting the sodas,
your address
grinders,
is musical.
Nothing.
Musical
Now that
code.
you
Got
just
it.
put Don's career out there.
We're good.
As
good.
a brain surgeon, Don.
We're good.
What'd you
Go
learn
ahead,
tonight,
Candace.
baby?
I learned Jimmy needs to stop at the Woolgate Police Department and pick up a restraining order on Don.
That's a good one.
No, on a real note, I learned Jimmy. I heard you Sunday. You're amazing. So keep
Thank
it
you.
up.
The other thing I learned is I have to figure out how to avoid that detour that with the
Oh, I
bridge
know,
down
it's
at the
terrible.
bottom.
I should have had Pete tell you about it.
That's
What
all right.
bridge?
It's
Detour.
It's all closed up.
all closed up. That's why I took
It's all-
I was really here at 7:30 on the nose. If it wasn't for the fact that all of a sudden I get there,
20-minute detour.
the bridge was closed and I had to go like 3 miles out.
Oh,
of the
you
way.
came up from Stellington Mountain?
Yeah, that's how my GPS took me. So, is there another way?
No.
No.
Well, if
Well,
you go
that's-
through
there's
Bristol,
always
you're
another
going to
way.
Weathersfield, right?
Yeah, I'm going back to Weathersfield.
You can go through Bristol down the new 72.
Oh, that's true.
Oh.
It's
Catch
right to
84.
Where is 72 close? to
Follow
here?
Lynn. She'll bring you right to
Yep,
the
she's
72.
going right to 72.
Right? You can.
Are you going to 72?
Well, I'm going all the way into Bristol. Where can he pick up 72?
72 at the
69.
bicycle shop, right?
Right off of Route 6.
Right off of Route
Okay.
6, yeah.
Right off Route 6.
All right.
What he's going to do is you come down the mountain and then you take that right and that left real quick, and then the bicycle shop's on your right with that light.
I know where CT Bike is.
All right. Well,
Right.
if you take that right, it brings them to Aldi's. Aldi's.
Are you
I know
really
where- I
giving
know-
me
I know
directions
exactly where
in
all these is.
Bristol?
Yeah.
Right there. That's 72.
That's 72
from,
right there.
From Aldi's out.
That's the best way to go instead of over here.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So
Now I could find my way home.
okay, Dorothy. Don, what'd you learn tonight, buddy?
All
right, and my turn.
All right, that's good. Hey, thanks.
We know all what Don learned tonight. She's stalking.
What did we learn from Don tonight?
No, you know what I learned tonight?
Everything.
There was a different vibe tonight, no matter where it came from tonight. It was really almost perfect tonight.
Yeah.
I really appreciate everybody tonight, man. This was an awesome show.
I agree.
Definitely was.
I mean, from all
Great
around.
show. Thanks, Jimmy.
It was.
You were a kick-ass guest.
It was great.
My
from
comic
top
book
to
guy
bottom.
was solid, but I think you did a little bit better.
I think the comic book guy too, but he did sound like that. What you said.
GPS.
When he did that turn right here, I was like, oh my
You
god!
You know right now he's on Xbox Live going, I was just on a radio show. Those guys were not funny.
This guy's gonna see me on Friday. And be like, what the fuck, man?
Recalculating.
Who's the guy in Family Guy that
Recalculating.
is in the wheelchair
The
that
wheelchair
talks, talks with the boxer? You guys are.
I also learned.
Rebuffering.
I also learned that we didn't nearly get in is enough material, and there's so much more that if Jimmy would ever.
Well, you told me I was on 2 weeks in a row.
You can.
Yeah, you come back.
Don, let me finish this sentence for you.
You know what?
There's so much more
Why
that
does-
you need
who's
to
he
tell
co-
him about his life.
Why doesn't he come with his other guy?
That is so much more you need to tell me about myself.
Why doesn't he come with Chris?
Actually, you know what? Chris
should come with Chris.
Chris has enough personality to take every one of us and box it into one person. And if you want to come back in 2 weeks and you're bored sitting at home, or if you got nothing going on, come
that
on
would
on.
be great.
Come on with
Yeah,
Chris.
that would be
That
You should have me, Chris, and BJ on sometime.
hey,
Because BJ's got.
I can't because if you keep saying
You can bring
BJ the
BJ.
whole entire
If
time,
you
I'm
can-
gonna giggle
if
every
you
single
can-
time.
These guys, you got to understand. BJ and Chris have been out with Dokken, and
Yeah, I know. They've
BJ's
got-
played with Ingve. He's
they've
played
got a
with a
lot
lot
to-
of people.
I guarantee you, if you come with BJ, you'll leave with one.
They've got.
All right.
I know. I know you guys as a group can talk about
Don.
like, all sorts. Dude, that would be awesome.
I was thinking
if-
Don or Pete.
All right, guys. On that note, I'm leaving. I got to get out of here.
All right,
I'm not giving up my seat though. Right here.
Yeah,
got a
man.
buddy.
You're safe next to the black guy.
Yes, I am. Hey, really nice meeting you too. Are we off the air?
He's
No,
got,
no, we're
he's
still-
got to-
we're
he's
still
got to
going.
hit the methadone clip.
Yeah.
I
He's
also,
got an ankle bracelet on, so he's got to go.
Okay.
Cankle bracelet.
Cankle.
Cankle.
There's no fat on that fucker.
No, I just I really appreciate your time coming down, man.
No
That was
problem.
awesome, man.
All of
It
us
was
do, yeah.
very
Yeah, it
cool.
was a lot of
Amazing
fun. Definitely.
That's it for me, man.
Thank you. I had a great time.
What I learned tonight, Candace can get Danny to buy beer.
Danny.
Also, that was fucking.
No.
That was a fuck up.
No, I'm running late. I had to stay home. I had papers coming.
What else did I learn? That Zach definitely has some fucking weird ass friends.
Yes.
He has friends that are GP. I think he programmed Siri into his phone to call into that shit.
Oh shit! You know what? I forgot to grab my guitar. I got a Dean guitar. I wanted.
Where's he going? We're still on the air.
Yeah, that's all right. I wanted to get a guitar.
He has to get away before Don rapes him.
I learned that Martin can still rock out with his cock out like a faggot.
That's why you were looking, right?
Dude,
and I'm the fag.
You so gayed that song up, but it was nice. It was cool.
But I'm the fag. He's the one that's looking. He's like, Martin's rocking out. Oh, nice.
I'm glad you can whiten it up. I also learned that Jimmy is talking to him, trying to get him on the show. I learned that he's a really, really down-to-earth kind of guy who's not about the bullshit, and he's very cordial. Every time we talk to him, you never get that fake feeling from him, like when I met him at Shamrock that night, and he looked at me like it was the first time he's ever saw a piece of bread, and I said, I'm Peter Pino. He's like, hey, man, how you doing? I remember you. And it was nice, and he kept in touch, and we did a thing, and that's what's great about having bands come on that are really genuine about themselves. You can be a band and be as big as you want, but you're not as big as your fans.
Right.
And you're not as big as the people that promote you.
And you're not as big as Peter's head.
And I want to give a nice round of applause for Jimmy for being that cordial. Gentleman.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate it.
That cordial gentleman, because that day I said to Don, I called Don like 2 minutes after I talked to you. He said, dude, we just got Jimmy Bell on the show.
No. Oh, never mind. Go
Oh,
ahead.
yeah, say what I said. I don't remember.
No, actually, it was for something. No, keep going. I'm sorry.
I'm like, dude, we just got Jimmy Bell on the show, but I'm still going to stick to that rule. I'm only going to ask him once. If he doesn't reply, fuck him.
It sounds like this. He'll be home here. He'll be eating this.
I tell everybody seriously when you ask me to do things like this, I've got so much shit going on that and you guys you don't bug me if you keep asking me. That's not a problem because
No.
I'll forget things, and if you got to really just.
The thing is not asking you once, and like if I said like that, and I said, Jimmy, be on the show. You said, yeah, I know it was busy. So I messaged you. You messaged me back saying, I'm busy, blah, blah, blah. I got this, I got that going on. And you mentioned a couple other things I don't want to get personal with. But you kept in touch. That's what's important.
Right.
When I say be on the show and you're like, well, let me check with my people and I'll call you back. Fuck your people. You're from Connecticut. You ain't got people.
I ain't got no people. What am I going to check with my mom?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
so,
Mom, can I do this radio show?
Right. I would rather you say, you know what, fuck you, you're small, I hate you, blah, 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 or I've heard about it. Just look, be honest. That's all we ask. And you were great, and you were cordial, and you are a true gentleman.
Thank you. I really had an awesome time.
Awesome.
I really appreciate it.
So, I mean, if you want to pop in on the Chris McCarville show, I mean, you're more than welcome. I mean, you can blindside him from the left if you want.
I might come in the middle of it.
Yeah, man.
Shove my dick in his ear.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with
you
that.
You can teabag him if you want. I also learned that Candace and Lynn are the greatest hairdressers in the world.
They did each
during
other's
the show.
hair.
Yeah,
They
they did
did
each other's hair.
I pulled both of their hair at the same time just for good.
I also learned that Don definitely does do his research, and he stumped. Yeah, go ahead. Don actually stumped the guest. Well, I am always.
I know he was like, "Oh, I forgot I even did that." Thanks for the reminder. It was a great time.
I'm glad that you did your homework and our little talk this afternoon.
Perfect.
It worked.
Right?
It worked. And
Perfect.
tonight, everybody was well behaved.
Do you know this was the first time we've really
introduced somebody or interviewed?
No.
somebody?
We actually had a smidge of any kind of meeting outside the original round table.
Right.
Me and Pete talked for 32 minutes today.
He counted.
Yeah, I looked at it. I go, holy fuck me.
Minutes.
No, but I was like, that actually was refreshing, even though we didn't talk material. It was, this is what we kind of need for a game plan tonight.
Yeah.
You know, and so it
worked out.
We stuck to it.
Just because you were begging him not to kick your ass because you were late on his payment doesn't mean it's about the show.
Yeah,
that's
so
Jimmy,
once
thank you
again,
so
we
much.
want to say
No.
thanks to Jimmy.
No, right outside, man. I'll grab that Sharpie. We'll go outside in the guitar.
And,
I swear to God, I have no weapons or nothing.
He's gonna rape you.
I
So
swear
what
to
we
God.
want to do is we want to end the show. Don't forget tomorrow night, me, Candy, Dan, Stack, and Zach. We're gonna be live tomorrow with our foolishness.
That's it.
Come catch us tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern time. Don't forget Jimmy Bell. He's with a lot of bands. Go to his Facebook
Friday,
page or whatever.
Shamrock.
Friday,
the Shamrock. Friday night, the Shamrock.
Friday night, this Shamrocks. Diamondback will be there, right? Right.
Yep.
Diamondback.
Rock out.
Friday night, this Shamrocks.
Show your support.
Fucking go, you asshole.
As we say at the end of every show, everybody.
Stay black.
White
Jimmy's hair.
Here, be white here.